Wait, you said it.
You said it. You said it. You said it.
So as we all know, we're not touching the table. It's not touching the table because that thing is wobbling, and we're very, very concerned about it.
I can see it moving now.
Yes.
Do we have rules for if the tower falls and it's all of our faults?
Then you all have to do the consequences.
Wow.
You have to apologize.
And you have to apologize to me and Kyle specifically.
In writing.
It's coming now.
100 times in cursive.
So what we're going to do is we're going to roll the dice very far away from the tower.
Wow,
We're going to put it
okay.
here.
The show will be far more
Gonna go
entertaining
great.
if one of you three becomes the host.
Well,
so
this
please
is an opal
do that.
dice.
I'll
Ish.
say.
Here. Yeah, no, never mind. Yours is more.
Yeah, it looks good.
You wanted this
Take
one?
the
I think we all roll in
That looked like a
If we don't roll in the tray, it's going to
you got
knock it
one.
down.
Oh, wait, so do we
Let's
get rid of
remove
these
the
babies?
extras.
Okay, here
This
we go.
is just noise.
Okay.
I
Okay.
hate this.
Do it at the same time?
Wouldn't it be awesome
No, because then we could hit each other's
if these
way.
dice brought the tower down?
Yes.
This is
do
all
it.
I want
That's
now.
all we can hope for.
All at once?
Yep.
Yep.
One,
Hey,
two,
hey, hey,
it's gonna be a mess. It's gonna be a
Mine
disaster.
is not even on the table.
Oh.
Wait, who?
Yep. Fuck.
Is that you?
Fuck me.
T-Dog.
The awesome thing is, mine was one higher than that, but the rolls knocked into my die and fixed it.
Then it is. Then you have to do it with me. Okay.
It's called a Chuck check.
Congratulations.
So dope.
Way to go.
Fuck.
Ladies and gentlemen, our host for the day.
Fuck.
Wow.
I'm gonna replace every word in the opening with just the word fuck over and over again. Just like my character.
You can do it.
All right.
That's the
Move
inside
to the
part.
sides, everybody.
Out of the way.
Move
Out of the
to
way. If
side.
I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die alone. Hello, and welcome to Four-Sided Dive. I am Say Your Name, and I am Taliesin Jaffe. This has been a while, and I will be your 14th tavern keeper, tasked with guiding you through yet another installment of the internet's most unscripted, unfiltered, off-the-rails TTRPG AP after show. And to celebrate the conclusion of Team Issylra's journey and the reunification, fuck my life, of Bell's Hells for this ice-cold prompter read, fuck all y'all, we'll be doing, yes, you guessed it, improvised prop comedy.
Oh my God.
That's your specialty,
Prop
Taliesin.
comedy.
I hope you can feel the stare through the prompter.
Like so Taliesin.
Yeah, it's playing right to your
You know,
strengths.
Mordor's sudden but inevitable betrayal is a lot like this balloon animal I'm about to make you. This is-
Whoa, you have to make one?
yeah, this will be
Oh wait, but you can do this, right?
fuck no.
I thought, but you're a circus man.
I'm a circus
you're a
man who
circus
actually has a mild fear of balloons. So this is really funny.
You snapping a rubber strap feels really natural, though.
It's the only part I can do.
These can be
No, I
hard.
can't actually fucking do it.
These are hard to blow up.
Yeah, what the fuck?
You pinch the top? What do you do?
I think you gotta.
Normally,
Wow, I can't believe Mordor ended up betraying Team Issylra. Utkarsh played that so well. I had no idea he was a secret member of the Ruby Vanguard, let alone that Laudna would straight up kill his ass. Well, at least we still have Denise in prison. Well, sort of have Denise. I wonder what hijinks Prism, Frida, and Deanna are gonna get into at the Starlight Express. Damn it! I mean Starpoint Conservatory.
Yeah. Oh, no, you're rolling too low. You're rolling too low. They no.
I'm so glad Bell's Hells are finally back together. And with the teleportation stuff Imogen has, they may be able to stop whatever Ludinus is planning. Oh, wow, I look good at this angle. We should bring back Danny Cam. Oh, I just hope that's not too complicated for Max Shapiro. Oh, he just got married. I should send him a bundt cake or something. I'll ask Sam where he got that really nice bundt cake he completely ruined. Who am I kidding? I'll ask Kyle.
Wait.
Block. Everything is black, except the movement's red. Oh God, I'm so depressed.
Oh, Taliesin is finishing their ice cold prom to read. I should really pay attention.
Told, wow, I think this must be the most off-the-rails, ice-cold opening we've ever done. I assume they're just updating this in real time. It's amazing.
It might be.
Don't go anywhere, because in the spirit of werewolves and betrayal, we'll be playing One Night Werewolf after the break. Welcome to tonight's six-sided dive. Let's do this fucking show already. Welcome back. I feel like that opening went pretty well. I feel like I pulled it together at the end.
I think that was our best.
Yeah, it might have been the best. It definitely off the rails, but we went with some really interesting places. Let's begin our night with the open discussion segment. What the fuck is up with that? What the fuck is up with that?
What's up with that?
What is up?
Fuck is up
With that specifically.
with that?
Yeah, and
Murderer.
Mordor,
Murderer.
I didn't even kill your friend. I
Wow.
didn't even kill your friend.
You punched me
yeah,
to
after,
death,
yeah,
and then you
after.
finished the
You hit me
job.
with a
Wait,
lightning bolt.
we're not dancing around it. We're just going right.
yeah,
Here we go.
There's no blame. Take
no,
responsibility.
leave it down
Listen,
there. It belongs down there. Don't. We've gone off the rail.
Taliesin, what was it like coming into CR?
Well, I gotta say, I had a lot of expectations. I was a little nervous about it, but like, I felt very welcomed by the group, and I feel like it was a good table for that.
Took me a little bit to warm up to you, but yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I tried. I'm learning
I like
the
you
rules.
now.
So yeah, everybody else, what was it like coming on to CR?
Some of you stayed a little longer. Some of you stayed a little shorter. Some of you died, but you all brought it while you were alive on the show.
You
I
were
mean,
dead.
You say some, but it was one each.
I
so.
did. I am kind of dead. You're all right. But I think so. There's hope.
I just been waiting to jump on forever. I love Matt and I love you guys, and I'm a huge fan. And I just wanted to come so bad, and I'm so glad I got to do it. And then, just to be a part, just to see you guys do scene work together was incredible. Honestly,
That was one of my favorite things. I hope it's okay to say this. We would have a moment or someone would do a scene and Utkarsh would look over at me and he'd be like, damn, that was good. That was a good scene.
hell yeah!
Incredible character work.
Yeah.
That was impressive to
You're
watch.
improvising high drama. We're gonna get this done. We're gonna do what we always did. Not breaking eye contact, just riveting work. And I'm sitting there like, oh, we're not making people laugh. We're like actually like in the fucking world. Good job, given circumstances, everything.
You know those people who go down into like an underground bunker vault and they're down there for years and they don't know anything else? That's us.
Amazing to watch.
What about you guys? I mean, Aimee has been on EXU, of
Been
course.
on EXU, and ever
Opal.
since it was like the first taste is free, like you know, I got hooked immediately, and then I was like, whoa, what am I gonna get my next fix? And like I just love you guys. I'm a fan of CR, and I was waiting by my phone for 2 years for a call.
Was this your first time at the proper table?
Yeah.
'Cause you had to play at our I guess we're doing our best.
Our best, pandemic table. Well, that was, I mean, that was like the only thing I'd ever done, but I'd never been at the actual tub.
That's right.
And it was so great, and like, just getting to play with Marisha and Taliesin, because Liam and I go way back. Was really cool, and I'd watched. This is the only campaign that I've seen from the beginning because I came late to the CR world. So it's been really cool to, it kind of fucked me up in the beginning because I was like, oh my god, this is happening to this character, and blah, blah, blah. But you kind of have to get over that, and then getting to play with these two. Utkarsh, I've known. He helped me move years ago.
Yeah.
Really?
10 years ago.
I didn't pick up on that.
My friend Alex was like, we're helping my friend Aimee move. And I showed up at her apartment.
Yeah.
I moved
And
some
he helped me
boxes.
move. How sweet is that?
Yeah.
Wait, have you all kept in contact?
See each other every few years. Yeah.
Wow.
Fucking Hollywood, man.
Hollywood. With a team manager, that's
Oh,
Hollywood.
that's,
that's a big
right.
deal.
Yeah.
That's how you got this job.
see everybody at the Christmas
no,
party.
that's not true at all.
But yeah, man, every time I come on, I'm always like, I want more, I want to do better. Then watching this girl fucking play, like,
Yeah, it's too
Oh
much.
boy.
ultimate expander. Like, you see people and you're like, oh wait, no, that's how I want to do that. I want to do that. But can you please teach me how to do that? So I made a flow chart. I made you look at it and everything.
It was a really good flow chart. It's
It's a good one.
an
Thanks.
impressive flow chart.
Yeah, Emily's your knowledge just of the game.
Insane.
So it's like the knowledge of the game paired with like how dedicated you are to your characters, and it is kind of
It's
intimidating.
a little
It
intimidating.
is intimidating. Yeah. It's a little scary.
It was us too. Like I'm at that table for 8 fucking years. I'm like, oh, how are you on top of your shit?
Yeah.
Well,
You guys are very much on top of it, but
yes,
Yeah.
I don't think that.
But I also would like to know.
Yeah.
You teach a master class?
Honestly, my class is just like read your spells and then think of like what would be a cool scene in an action movie and try to do it.
Pretty much.
That's
Pretty
natural
much.
talent right there.
I
Yeah,
fell
and also
in-
like a love for novelty, right? Like I'd never like to. I obviously sometimes you do the same thing twice, but like you always kind of go into every battle being like, I want to use something I haven't used before.
Yeah, how can I mix it up?
Yeah.
I fell in love with wizards with our last campaign, so to watch you come rolling in here just effortlessly,
Just
working that
fucking A.
spell book, man, it was.
Have you
it was
played a
good.
wizard before?
Only like briefly.
Okay.
It's like it kills me because it's my favorite class, like by a long shot. Because it's just
Really?
the most spells, which means the most novelty, the most like permutations of cool shit that could happen.
Because I know you had like a long-running druid, right?
Yeah, long
as part of
running
NADPOD.
Druid. Yeah, and then I've played a ton for Dimension 20, like, but we play those for like short stints.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You handled business. It
You
was like-
handle fucking
My
business.
turns would be like,
But like-
45 seconds, Amy's would be like 90 seconds, and then yours would be like 45 minutes.
Oh, no.
Well, yeah, she'd be like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna do this, my book is gonna do that, my
Quick,
bird's gonna do
quick.
that, then
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
flip
yeah.
over here,
Yeah.
give this person superpowers, and then I'm gonna be invisible.
Not a single or like in all of it, too.
No.
Not true. That is not
No
true.
Very
No.
You
decisive.
know how to get all the blood out of the stone. That was-
Yes.
Incredible.
I think that
Well,
you...
I think when you're talking about like coming into CR, I came in being like, kind of ironic how it ended, but I was like, I can't let any of these fuckers get killed. I can't be the guest that lets one of these fuckers get killed.
Do you know
my
Ashley Birch?
God.
Have you had that conversation with her?
No.
Oh, boy.
Did that happen?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Ashley Birch.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
mean, like, I know,
I don't know the
Wasn't her
context for
fault.
that, so I wasn't
she
trying
just
to
happened to be there
reference
when one of my
that.
characters died. She
Oh, yeah.
He made a narrative choice, which was
great
the
one.
right choice.
Great.
Absolutely.
You're the one who actually fucked
I actually
up.
technically killed. Yeah, that was.
You
I
killed
was the one who
yourself.
fucked up. I walked into that trap.
I remember
like-
that. I didn't even see that episode, but I remember I was working with Sam on Elena of Avalor at the time, and he came into work the next day, and he was like, we had a really big thing happened.
Prop comedy, Sam?
No, yes.
Same
Sam, but like a different Sam. You know what I
Sam
mean?
opening his
Because he
mouth.
always like walked in like really ready, like so happy, and like
Yeah,
he
in his
was,
little
like,
button downs.
in little button downs and tie, and he was just like really affected. And then I went on Twitter and looked it up.
Yeah. Oh God, what happened? Did your
Heavy
grandmother
weight.
die? Are
Yeah.
you sick?
And then like
Character in my
poor Ashley Birch,
Tabletop
like it
game.
was like four or 5 years later, I get text messages of like I'm on the train to Comic-Con and there's a Molly Mock cosplayer and they're looking at me real weird.
Oh
What do I do?
That day always sticks in my mind too because that was the day that Ronan was born, Lauren Travis's son, and she like we were crying because she had Ronan like an hour before the fucking game, and we were all like, oh my God, and then you died.
Yeah.
Whoa,
It was fucking wild.
Cosmic, though.
I-
Cosmic.
Yes.
Was this
Yeah.
was this the
Give one,
first time
lose one to take one.
is this the first time we've killed a guest on camera? I'm trying to remember.
Yes.
This is the first time
For sure.
Okay, that felt much better then. That was like a really
You
positive.
all did kill me. Emily punched me while I was already down.
I watched.
There was no need.
I mean,
And then Marisha finished the deal weeping. You didn't have
really-
to do that to yourself.
It really made me laugh.
Pouring
because I
tears.
thought for
The
sure
drama
I was
was
gonna
so
fail.
good.
It's
I was
beautiful.
fucked
So
up
good.
about it.
Oh,
I honestly I was like, fuck, maybe I shouldn't have, but it also just like I didn't really think I was gonna hit. But then I also just like I didn't want you to do it alone.
Yeah.
That's like that sucks
Right.
if it had all been on you. So I'm glad that we shared it.
It was great.
Yeah.
in my
it was fucking
mind,
great.
I was covered in blood and blood dripping out my mouth, going, "Do it,
Yeah,
do it."
all of these people, they just stepped back. They didn't stop.
no.
They just stepped
Liam
back.
for sure was like, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but
He nodded. It's honestly,
no need.
I thought about it,
Can you really say
and
that?
I know there's,
Yeah.
I know there's more
You
questions
did it again, go.
Yeah, we're here.
About the
about
tankard
this
questions.
topic. I know there's
I'm
more
just
questions
pulling
about
tankard
this topic.
questions out of their little out of their little tankards, and it's fine.
We can
was so
let's
close.
We're
leave
just
it
coming to it organically.
But you know what? Like you had the cojones to do what like a lot of people wouldn't do, coming on as a guest and being kind of like the sleeper sort of
It was a long con for sure.
Yeah.
It was not easy.
And you waited to the last possible
You know what?
second.
It was either the last second or the first second.
yes.
I was like, I'm either gonna go vitriolic sphere on everyone from Jump Street, or I gotta play dumb for the whole time.
Oh my God.
And then right at the moment, I was like, oh, I'm gonna get to that portal. I'm gonna turn around and burn these fuckers. And then I'm gonna jump through the portal
And then get out.
and bam!
Yeah.
Instead, you put me in an armbar. And I have no athletics check. I was like, 0. now I've got my arm behind my back, and I got no other option.
What made you want to come in doing such a bold choice by being like maybe a secret baddie?
This is actually a question on here. It's like, what was the character notion?
Well, we had like a sit down with Matt, and then he seemed really excited by the idea.
Yeah.
And so then he helped me sort of build the character, and I was like,
Matt
oh,
was
cool,
really
how are we going to do this? So like, he was sort of like sidebarring with me, and he was like, hey, just so you know, when these people meet you, you know, that cart and the clothes you're wearing are from a farmer that you murdered. And you threw your...
Oh.
What? Why
So-
did that come out in your little notepad?
I forgot.
That's
I
like,
fucking forgot.
So juicy.
that's the
He
deep.
said that to me
so
right
deep
after.
extras.
He was like, you just killed this dude, you burned his body, you burned your clothes, and you put his
So we were
clothes
fucking
on.
scrying on a dead man's house?
Yes.
And that's why you didn't have any fucking token of your brother on you.
Nothing. I had
That should have been
nothing.
a real. That should have been a real.
That's why I was like, there's no way I can last this long. But you guys just I grabbed an angel's head and melted his brains, and you were like, oh, I guess he still doesn't know what he's
No,
doing.
no, no.
Summoned a demon. There was a giant rock guy. It was crazy.
It's the apogee solstice. Anything can happen.
That's what I chalked it up to.
Yeah.
But in character, in hashing out the character, did you propose to Matt saying, I want to be like a dangerous person to
Well, we
these
gave
people?
it an option, right? We were like, here's somebody who God had given up on, or had felt that God had given up on them. And if he felt so inclined to join the group, to share his past, this is what happened. I was in the Ruby Vanguard. Because there was that one moment where we fought the wood lady. What was her name? Not Addison.
The giant.
Abby.
No, that was my piano teacher.
Abelina. Abalone.
No.
Abalone.
Abalone.
No.
Wait,
No,
we didn't fight her.
Abedina.
No,
We didn't fight her.
Abedina. No, we
Fiona
fought
Apple.
with her.
Oh, yeah.
And there was that soldier that she sort of spared. And she
Yes.
was like, you went the wrong way. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, I could go. He could have gone that way, right? He could have been like, okay, guys, like the dead lady and you guys, you've shown me the righteous path. But then I wouldn't have gotten to use the vitriolic sphere.
And that BS, baby.
And that's really what it was all about, guys.
Yeah, did you?
After you did it, you were like, I couldn't wait to use that.
It's
bitch.
true! Every day I texted Matt, is it time? Is it time? Should I do it? He was like, that's up to you. I was like, you're not helping.
Did you feel like there was like a potential path for Bordor to like change and come around? And-
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why there was a moment, right, when I did the thing before I was about to die, where like story-wise, you're like, oh, this is about to be so dope. But me, inside of me, I was like, maybe they'll spare me. There's a chance for this to go the right way. And that's why I was like, in the moment I start backpedaling, I'm like, oh, just do it. I try to get your pity. I'm like, oh, God, just kill me. Everyone's gone. And I was like, there's no way she's going to kill me now. I'm on my knees. I'm crying. That's not going to happen.
I also though, like
you killed me.
mechanically,
You withering-
mechanically, the fact that it made me take more damage on, like I died, then came back, and then took more damage.
Yeah, that was fucked
That's
up.
not on me.
That's,
That's game
I
mechanics.
feel that's good game mechanics to be like, nah, I'm still pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I liked about it is that in the run up to it, in the games leading up to it, we had great moments. Like you were very vulnerable and you seemed like just a guy. So that's much more.
It was a beautiful thing too when you gave me the pipe. And this is something Matt and I discussed after. He was like, you know what was so good about that is you had this moment of righteousness with everyone and they all think it's about them, but it's about the fact that you infiltrated the group. And now you've gained their trust.
Yeah.
And
Thought
that's
about
your
that.
proudest moment as a lower level member of the Ruby Vanguard trying to gain favor with Ruidus, who probably is like walked by me twice. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like a higher up at all. But now I'm in and I can bring him you guys who
Right.
killed everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that vitriolic sphere was going down. And I had a poison dagger. I wish I could have stabbed someone in the neck with that.
So that pipe moment was actually the moment that started tipping me off.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Because my head, I was like, oh, he's gonna smoke this pipe and it's going to show Borodor being a hero and having this kind, heroic moment by leaning over his sick brother's body, patting a cool, damp cloth on his head as he's doing this honorable thing of taking care of his sick brother. And then you were like, oh no, it's this moment. And I was like,
Yeah. I was like,
Weird.
I
I don't know. Something about it. I was like, okay, I don't know, maybe.
It worked on you.
That
was good.
Well, I
died.
There's so much
got
more
killed.
there's so much to unpack. But I also am so curious about Denise and Prism.
So, yeah, God, yeah. So, what was the notion? Oh, let's start with Aimee.
Okay.
Yeah. what was the notion? I know that this was a character that kind of, sort of existed before.
Yeah. So when I was first like approached about Critical Role in 2019, I guess. I built a character with Matt. Like we did it on a character sheet at like a diner in Burbank. And she actually looked really different. Obviously, there was no Dariax. It was like a very different. I think she was like a halfling bard at the time. And then I tried her out for EXU, and then I just felt better doing Opal, so we did Opal. And then when we did Narrative Telephone, I just was thinking about something that would be complicated. Like I wanted to tell like a very like complicated story and add an accent on top, and then have the reveal be like that she is Dariax's ex, and so it came from that. And then I was like, this is my one chance to make Denise canon. So when I was asked to come back, and I asked Matt, I was like, do you want Opal? And he was like, no, I think we want like a new character. And I was like, Denise. And I wanted her to have some connection to the group.
Yeah.
And that was just kind of where that came up. But I also like, I don't know, I mean, you're so accomplished in this field. Everybody here is. But like, with Opal, like I wanted to play a character that felt like someone I could play, which was a fucking like brand new person in the world. You know what I mean? Like didn't have a lot of knowledge, didn't have any wisdom about how things worked. And then with this character, I wanted to explore a different side of like what happens when someone's just really fucking tired of this life and just wants to settle down, Netflix and chill with their like partner, and wants to like hang up her like thieves tools and just have a really boring normal life that you probably wouldn't want to watch on Twitch. You know what I mean? And so that I just felt like that was worth exploring, and I didn't know where it was gonna land. I didn't know, and I thought it might be cool if like right before she was shunted, it was like, and like, you know, what happens when your plans are thwarted at the very last minute.
Just as a weird addition, multi-classing? Decided to multi-class? It was like a...
Well, because usually twice, come about like finding the class is that I'm like, what is this character good at and why? Like with Denise, I had it that she was like on her own at a really young age, probably learned to pickpocket. I asked Matt what the Exandrian equivalent of like Atlantic City was, or like Reno or Vegas, where she would learn how to do stuff like that. And so we've settled on Kaimal. And if she was gonna be like really good little thief, then maybe like a rogue would have been. I wanted her to be like kind of also like a tough fucking broad. And then that's where the barbarian came in. And because I'd played Opal and I had such a hard time with the spell mechanics, I also knew I didn't have that much time to explore Denise, so I just wanted to do something that for me felt a little simpler. It turned out not to be that, but like having no spells was like, oh yeah, she just gets in there and fucking whacks people. That's great. And so that's how we ended up with that brew.
I love that you built your character on top of the lore of the past story. It's like the Carrero cinematic universe over on this corner.
Yeah. And it is wild. Like I was thinking about this because you were supposed to be, Denise was almost a part of campaign 2, and that didn't happen because the pandemic happened.
Yeah.
Literally right before Aimee was about to come on.
Whoa.
We had to like shut down the studio. And then when
I'm lucky I got to be here with you then.
Oh, I'm lucky I got to what? fucking talking about? And at that time, you guys were super high level. I don't know what. Imagine like baby Amy, like not ever having played, like coming on to play a bard, like with all these fucking spells at level like 14 or whatever you guys were at the time.
Yeah, we're getting high level.
That would have been like really hard. So I'm glad it worked out that way. But very happy to be here.
I didn't remember the narrative telephone, which I loved in the day when it happened.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't remember that at all. So when we had that campfire moment.
Great scene.
I didn't remember Denise. Like I wasn't like pretending that I didn't know who Denise was.
Right.
It was not on my radar.
Good.
When you dropped your name, that was mostly Liam, not Orm. Going what?
Yeah. And I like the idea of exploring like the character. Or I personally love moments in movies or TV where you know a character for a certain amount of time and then some new character comes in and tells you all this new information about the person you know and loved. And I thought it would be like, what if Derek's is like so lovable, he's so lovely. What if you fucking left some bitch like high and dry, you know, owing money and like breaking up with her, like ghosting her, like what would that say about?
Scumbag stuff.
Yeah, right. And getting to see this one side of that guy.
Yeah.
I love.
So fucking great.
What about Prism?
Yeah, so Prism.
Oh, Prism. Honestly, Prism, I pitched so many fucking characters to Matt.
Because you just have them in your fucking little arsenal of good characters.
I've wanted to play a necromancer forever, and I've never found a campaign where it makes any sense. So I pitched him a lot of necromancers that didn't really work. And then my first reaction, I remember I was gonna be a woman who got shunted in the middle of her wedding ceremony.
That's right.
And didn't find out.
Right.
And you were in a wedding dress.
Oh my God.
I like showed up in a wedding dress, but then I was like, it was a little tonally different. So I was like, let's not go there. But then I honestly looked at your guys' party composition and like where you were at, and I was like, they need information. So I really just wanted to be like a plot hound.
God, you're so fucking smart. Like,
so great.
I want to take this class. I want to give you money to teach me how to play this game.
I mean, it's literally just simply being like, I just took someone who would have good history, arcana, religion, so that you always had someone who could potentially roll, investigate, identify, gather information.
So helpful.
But the other one, it was down to two. It was down to two characters. So it was like this, like kind of like long-suffering PhD student. Actually, I originally conceived of her as being more of like an Arthur Dent from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I was planning on her being like just wanting to go home, but then I just like battle went really well, and then when we went to camp, I was like planning on being kind of prissy about it, but then I was like, I'm a fucking elf. I can just trance.
Right.
Camping is fine. So I was like, all right, I think I like the adventuring lifestyle after all.
Yeah.
When you rolled like 7 20s in a row.
I really feel like it was the dice being like, hey,
do this.
I think you're gonna like this.
Yeah.
I do remember the other character that it was down to two, and I was like, here's a plot hound, and here's just a weird one, and Matt chose the Prism. But I had also wanted to play, and thinking back, it would have been insane at the table. I was gonna play a paladin of the betrayer god. I asked him for a really stupid betrayer god. He gave me all these cool betrayer gods, and I was like, no, stupider.
Yeah.
And then he gave me.
Is there one that
I was gonna be a paladin of the Lady Vesh, the bloody siren. And I was gonna be like erotically obsessed with, she's like basically like this betrayer god who has like annual orgies and then kills everyone but one person and mates with them.
That's Cash's wife.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Wow.
Why I was the only one who laughed whenever.
Yeah. I really just wanted to be like, it is my dream to succumb to the
I want you to kill me.
the Lady Vesh.
Well, there's always EXU.
Always.
Always
Dude, that's fucking amazing.
Like also like knowing how intense your guys' characters, like what an intense face you guys were. If I
Holy
had come in
shit.
and be like, do you ever kind of want to fuck your god?
Bring on the blood orgy. Like that's why not?
But you got a little bit of that in with Prism, because one of my favorite things about Prism was like when she did something like incredibly violent, she was like excited about it.
Yes.
And I just fucking love that. I love that so much.
Yeah, can we just quickly talk about what was it, 149 points of damage doing the blade. What was it?
Steel Wind Strike.
Steel Wind Strike.
Yeah.
That
That
you rolled a
crit,
20 on.
right?
I crit
Yeah.
twice
Hell yeah.
of the 3 attacks.
three.
Yeah. So it was just
First time in the
good
battlefild.
rolls. It was
Bonkers.
insane. That's what I'm saying is like I went in being like, I'm gonna play Arthur Dent if he was played by Melanie Linsky. Just like a girly little girl who just wants to go home. And then I just crit so
Yeah,
much
like-
that I was like,
No.
I don't want to go home. There's nothing
love
there
it.
for me.
You curled
I don't want to
curled
finish
into
my
Ford briefcase.
PhD.
You started at Arthur, you curled
Yeah.
to Ford.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, Lord.
How did it feel for you guys
Yeah.
having 50 something episodes behind you of and landing into this side of things with 3?
It's not just that either, because Matt in the game before, for us, because we went away while the other team went, but the game before this event happened, Matt paid off a 7-year-long game.
Yeah.
And I couldn't think for the last 10 minutes of the final game that we played together. He paid off this long game story beat that tied so many friggin' things together. Marisha and my character from each campaign were within 100 feet of each other, and it was like this cathartic overload.
Yeah.
And then we were flung apart. And then always with guests, the rules kind of go out the window because the people are coming in for the first time, and you want to be inviting and sort of
Right.
meet them where they are,
Yeah.
but also honor what happened.
happened.
So it was
And
like this
have
weird little
yeah.
tap dance.
We were all kind of shell-shocked, I think.
Oh, man.
So it worked out okay, because it was just, all right,
dark.
this is happening.
Yeah.
Yo, it was so heavy.
Because I remember.
Around, right?
Yeah.
And then
You
we're
were
over
like-
there cracking jokes well, we shouldn't be here.
You guys were like, oh.
Because I remember you being like, damn, y'all got some baggage.
Yeah.
You said.
the air is thick. Yeah.
It would have been
I
like
sit with a
it
knife.
would have been like if Hamlet had just seen the ghost
Right.
on the wall and found out that his uncle killed his father. Spoilers. And then a guy came in on a unicycle with a horn going.
Exactly what it felt like.
We
For
were just,
sure.
Do you guys not like the horn?
Yeah.
Is the horn
Can I ask you some questions?
I think everyone knows how I feel about prop
Raven and the
comedy
book were
now.
enough. Put the horn, the sentient horn away.
Horn's name was Daddy, I assume.
Oh my God.
Your guys' scenes were all like hushed whisper acting. I don't know what we're gonna do. This is tough. And meanwhile, we're like, I don't know. Everyone thought I was a border collie. Everyone thought I was an actual dog.
Did that ever cross your mind? Wait,
No.
I actually wanted to ask this. What was your
Oh.
real last name? Was it Dogson?
Collie.
It was a border cat's pop.
No.
I hadn't thought. No, I asked Matt. I was like, should it be a completely different person? He's like, no, you're that guy. It just life went a little different for you.
Okay.
Yeah, because you didn't want to do artwork for another character.
We should have just stood around your body and gone, hold on. He's going to turn back into a dog any second. Hold on. Any second.
There is precedent for that.
terrible.
There is precedent for that. We did have a duck on the show.
That's true.
We didn't-
Yeah.
yeah. We want novel ideas though.
It's been done. It's been done.
Another idea.
Yeah, it's amazing. That was such a good decision to just kind of peace out with that character. That
I
was,
love hearing that you were wearing the murdered farmer's
Yeah, dude.
outfit.
That's really
That
good.
shit is so good, and I'm so mad it didn't come up.
Well, I knew also as a new player, my lack of expertise would throw you guys off the scent too. Like if I spend so much time as me being like, what the fuck do I do? Which is true, genuinely. You guys aren't going to think that
Yeah.
I would be capable of such murderous intent.
There was
No.
There was a lot of weird stuff, but you're right. I was like, well, I don't know how I played this game all the time,
Right.
and
How would
you
he
don't.
come
so
back from right.
he's just learning rule system and spells and stuff.
But then it was sort of like, I accidentally did really well in the battle at the castle. Like I stabbed her in the throat and I was like, you shouldn't have done that. And I'm throwing blood and I'm like, how are we going to explain this? I put my hands on an angel, melt the fucker's head. I'm like, how are you supposed to, how do you want to do this was never supposed to be attached to my character. And so I'm sitting there like, there's
But
no
you know
way.
what? You know what kind of covered your tracks, I think, was like the fact that at the beginning when we first met you, you immediately attacked us and you're like,
Yes.
well, I don't know where that came from.
Yeah.
And so I sort of bought like, oh, well, maybe he's got this new power because of the solstice.
But that was
Yeah.
contingent. I was hoping, praying
Yeah.
for a low roll.
Right.
Because if I roll big, then like we're in a battle. Like I have done critical damage.
Right.
And I got a vitriolic sphere right off the bat.
Oh. And then you gotta roll a new character, then that
I'm
one's
out.
It'd be
I gotta
so
turn
funny
into
if
a
you
hummingbird.
killed
and
everyone
bounce.
before I ever came on.
That would be
Wow.
That would have been
I
amazing.
would have tried, but then I purposely also made my hit points super low, no armor, so they wouldn't be like, this guy's powered up. He's invincible. I had to at
And it was
least like,
plausible too, because we're dealing with magic being fakakta.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Totally.
I think I mentioned this on the last Four-Sided Dive, so I might be a broken record here for the audience, but now that you guys were here, I talked so much about how I don't think I've ever heard such incredible descriptors when you guys were introducing your characters. Because it wasn't just about like your physical traits. Like you talked about with like Denise, like the woman who pushes like a feminine,
In a
the
male-dominated-
femininity,
Oh,
like
yeah,
a-
yeah, yeah.
like
That was
women
great.
in male-dominated
Well,
fields.
you know, you learn from your first time around. Like, one thing that I find with this game is that I can think of like really complicated stuff for my character or whatever, and then like it gets to me and I'm like, whoa, it's like it's like math kind of just disappears. So I actually like right before we all came on, we're all like, should we write?
Think about something.
Should we write down? Yeah, and then we're all like furiously like writing
I'm
like.
so good.
I'm just an improviser at heart, so I just am always
I mean,
gonna
you
shoot
yeah,
from the
no,
hip.
you're
Yeah, you said
killing it.
You said you're like a lady cop with acrylic.
Yes.
And I immediately was
Yeah.
like,
The heart
Oh,
with
yeah,
the
me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
and
all we needed.
you talked about like the emo girl who has
Indoor kid.
instead of song lyrics tattooed,
Oh.
they're like runes.
Yes.
I had like, I wasn't sure if someone was gonna ask me, so I like came up with all these platitudes
I
about
saw
death.
you. You were sitting next to me
I
in the
don't
dark
remember
talking
it.
to yourself. Right before we went on, you were for sure practicing.
I was like really having fun with the idea of like really like bleak sentiments about death because Prism was from Shadowfell
Oh, I love that.
or the Shadow Realm.
You just like had your own like My Chemical Romance.
Yeah, I was like
It's-
trying
yeah.
to like
Ready
think
to
of
go.
like I was trying to think of like, but I don't remember any of them
Of
now.
course not. No.
I was like trying to think of like things akin to like like I don't know, just like some kind of platitude about death that also sounds like an emo lyric.
For
but
sure.
They're gone to time.
They'll be
That's what
back
you were
10 minutes
whispering
after
into
the
the
show.
dark.
Yeah.
And then yours was like, oh, he looks like he's made of paper and he's wearing
potato
like a sack, a potato sack. Yeah, it was just all like so like tangible and evocative.
Yeah, the
like your all's
personalities were
descriptives.
evoked right
Yes,
off the bat.
immediately.
It-
It
and
was like awesome.
It felt. I'm glad to know that you all kind of talked about it because it felt like you were all trying to one up each other. with the description.
yeah.
Oh, actually, we did. I wanted us in like our first character meeting. I wanted us to play triplets, but only two of us were identical.
I remember.
That would have been
Oh,
so
that
good.
was so fun.
Wait, what happened to that idea? Why didn't we go with it?
Imagine now, like the scene that we came into, like such heavy emotions and
awful,
catharsis,
awful.
and we're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Hi, we're triplets. They're identical. Guess which ones?"
Make a perception check.
Yeah. So
Oh,
So true.
so many paths of possibility here that are just so dark and strange. That would have been. Yeah, that would have been.
Yeah.
No.
It would have worked. It would have worked.
You guys would have made
Yeah.
it work.
You guys
would make it work.
The
You guys
table
would've
is
made
you
it
can
work.
go as as dark as you want, but you can also ride that unicycle with the horn.
The core story was so grounded that we had we were always marching towards something, which was super helpful.
And
Yeah.
You kind of knew the vibe you were coming into, right? Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'd caught up or, watched like up to, a certain point.
Yeah.
Because the other ones had an air. Yeah, I think
aired.
like the other party. So I kind of went in not knowing what the other party was doing until the week after or something like that. But
Yeah.
I just think
I didn't want to know what was going on with the other
Right.
party, right? Because if they're happening like contemporaneously,
Man,
no, I wanted.
they
to
had
know.
such a different vibe.
Yeah.
I noticed when I came in for that last one, they were all warmly hugging goodbye, and I was like,
And we're like,
We
just-
killed one of
we
ours.
some shit. Yeah, we killed one of ours.
We went full Donna party. How was your weekend at Bernie's?
Sure, we didn't need each other.
They literally,
$4.
they had a menage a trois.
We just murdered a man in a 6-inch puddle.
And stole his shit too. Except
You did. You took everything.
Well, how much of it was yours to begin with?
Right.
Well,
true.
For sure, the immovable rod, which I didn't get to use.
I kind of wanted to keep
It has been
Should've
it has
kept
been
it.
removed.
Yeah.
It's gone. Shit's gone.
I've got the immovable rod.
One of the best items.
Finally.
By the way.
I think
yeah.
the dagger. I think the dagger was the only thing that
We
was,
buried that with you.
was his mom's.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was cool. You know, there was like a world.
And then I dug it up.
Oh, you did?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
What was that like for you? Because you had a real emotional
Yeah, that
moment.
was beautiful
I mean, it
to
was.
watch.
Yeah, it was really. I felt it.
Yeah. I mean, it was, man, where do I even start? I mean, we all, you know, you get so invested in your characters and they really do become like a second part of you. Like they're your own kind of phantom limb.
Yeah.
And so you do kind of eat, sleep, and breathe and just kind of live in these characters that you build. And of course, we've now been doing this for years and Laudna for, like you said, 50 some odd episodes. So it was just a range of emotion of Marisha not wanting to do the murder,
Yeah.
but also trying to be incredibly realistic about where Laudna was at the time and her mental state, and also the fact that like we've had other people betray us.
Yeah.
And she was already hanging on by a thread. So Marisha didn't want to do it. I knew I was about to go because I was like, man, I've really actually liked Mordor
I know.
and Utkarsh.
I know.
That's what made
But-
it worse.
There was a chance for
Yeah,
It's
redemption.
confusing.
There was a chance for redemption,
Yeah.
but then also
You didn't have to do it.
knowing I didn't, but then also
I like that
going
you didn't.
through that like emotional moment of knowing that this is about to be like a pinnacle, incredible dark place and dark moment for Laudna,
Yeah.
and being like, I was feeling like horror and tragedy both in game and on a meta out of game level, if that makes sense.
But then when you learned that you released the Dark Phoenix, so to speak, were you
Yeah.
prepared for that? Did you know that was
I
coming?
knew that was coming.
Oh.
So I was thinking about all of that, about like the fact that the rest of the team literally walked kind of through
We're at
hell
our
and
lowest
back.
point in the story.
Yes, and they sacrificed a lot of themselves to help lock away my patron, this woman.
Dang.
And I was like, but she would be in this moment of like a total loss of control and losing herself, and she's in a dark point. So she's just like acting, she's feral. She's completely lost control, even though in her head, in her moment, she feels like this is the only way she can maybe harness what little bit of control
Right.
she can grasp onto.
Yeah.
And I just like, I think it's always better to complicate a narrative. I think that's fucking rad.
It was that.
And it's
I
the thing,
really
it's
liked
like, you
it.
know, you don't wrap it up with a bow. It's now it's fucking complicated because if they've sacrificed to like lock this bitch up and you thought you were like, it's like, you know, everybody chipped in to get you through rehab and then you're like, but there's a thing right there.
So guys,
Six
did you
months
guys
later,
know?
you're like, oh,
Yeah.
for fuck's
It's
sake.
actually very interesting you said that, because when we left that game, Matt said, I actually see a lot of allegories and lines between like Laudna and someone struggling with addiction,
Interesting. Yeah.
which of course
Well,
wasn't.
yeah, because it's a sense of control.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that she had let the beast out when that happened?
Well, as I would say, Orem would understand. We haven't seen her go that awful in a while, and so
Because Orem kind of gave her the extra
Yeah.
push there.
Which is also
yeah.
I had a chance.
super fucking tragic. Yeah, you did.
Did I really have a chance?
I was looking at them for
When
reinforcement.
when it came out that it was Ruby Vanguard, and my brain was like, I'm gonna have to kill him.
I could have survived, gone back to Ruidus, rejoined his ranks, and we could have fought later.
Ludinous.
Ludinous. Ludinous. Rudis is the moon.
Rudis rudeness. We can call him rudeness, though.
Rudeness, because he's so
He would have
rude.
killed you for fucking well.
Now, the one guy typing, I can't believe he said that. Go fuck yourself.
But you know what?
Find a bag of dicks and
I
eat
don't know how.
One guy.
I don't know how like you really could have like unless you were only in the Ruby Vanguard, because you just like wanted to fit in or
Yeah,
you want
totally.
like if you
It's
were
'cause
like
the
the
family
QAnon
died.
people that are like I don't know where else I could go. Let me go be racist, whatever, like that. But like
The Ruby
but if you
yeah.
actually believed that the gods had to go,
I think he did. I think he 100% believed
then
it because
then
of what they did to him.
it feels like it would be one of those things where you couldn't
But it's just-
turn the switch off and be like, okay, well now I'm gonna join these people and try to save the gods.
Well, but
guys were so
we did
fun.
go against the gods in that fight.
Yeah.
We did.
So we kind of did do a battle for your cause.
Yes.
Right.
So like
right.
you killing an angel was kind of like a
Matt gave me that opportunity when he's like, the angel looks at you like, you too.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fuck. There's a moment here where he might be like, I think I've switched. But then, no vitriolic sphere. Honestly, I'm sorry, guys. It all comes down to that. I threw story out the window. There was a moment to like give in and be like, I'm sorry, you're right, I messed up, but
I can't imagine a better moment.
No.
A better finish to the tour of
Yeah,
duty with
truly.
you guys. One of my favorite law moments
guys were
of the entire
incredible.
campaign.
I mean, and echoing what Amy said.
Great.
Sometimes the better choice is to complicate the
Complicated,
narrative.
yes.
you were a breath. It was amazing to
yeah,
watch.
it
you do
was
that.
awesome.
Speaking of complication, I think it's time for a Tower of Inquiry.
It's gonna fall.
That means somebody has to pull a block. It's time for a pull for folks that are new here. The tavern keeper has someone pull a block from the tower and read the number on it, and Danny reads us a question that corresponds to that number. And if the tower should fall, terrible things ensue.
Consequence.
That tower is fucked from the last
Who do I-
episode.
Yeah, that power's
Oh, you guys don't
trying to
reset that
fall.
shit?
No.
Oh,
It's just
It goes.
Why me?
Volunteering me.
Yeah, no one likes a snitch. Get up.
Yeah.
Consequences so shameful that they made our producer look up the word embarrassing in the thesaurus, and none of the synonyms really were good enough if we get to that.
This is gonna fall as soon as.
Yes, it is.
can you just grab them from the top?
No, there's a rule.
Put your goggles
I
on.
think it's three
top three
levels
you
down.
can't touch.
Can't touch. So you gotta go 4 or down.
Okay, let me try to
we
assess the
help you?
structure.
1, 2,
Don't.
3, 4.
No,
Go.
you want this to go poorly.
Let
Believe
this
me.
happen.
Whoever helps her will go next.
No, Emily, no. I didn't help.
I.
Just be very careful. No.
What's the number?
Oh, 14.
Now you gotta put it on.
You got to put it on top.
Yeah, you're not out yet. It could fall now.
Shit. Wow. I'm now the one who's going to knock it over with just my mere presence. So number 14, from Nick Johnson. With all of the stressful grand machinations and world-altering confrontations, what do you think has been your character's most relaxed moment in their existence, on or off screen?
In their whole existence?
In their existence was the question.
Good question.
Don't really have a lot of relaxed.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of you guys are like particularly relaxed.
Within the campaign or just
On or off screen?
off screen?
Nick question from Nick Jonas. We have to answer it. Smartly.
Yeah. God. I mean, honestly, the night of the what the fuck is up with that was about as close to relaxed, and that wasn't
That's a
super
great-
relaxed. But,
Yeah. I mean, any type of like chilling around the campfire.
We got to do that again at some point.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, I'll echo that.
Yeah. That's a.
Or sad Orem.
If most relaxed moment.
So sad.
If in campaign the answer is going to the fair in Byroden.
Yeah, that
and
was
eating
fun.
a lot of pie and watching his friends
Such a great,
be entertained.
great episode.
Yeah.
It's my favorite episode.
And you played
love
one
it.
of
I love
the
it.
like the most fun, that lady that was
Cinna
that little
or
Irish
Brightbow?
lady who was like competing with the old lady. She was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna give it my all." That was amazing.
yeah.
That was fun. I was just handed a piece of paper with a name, and that's where the character came from. And then, but in his whole life, probably like, in the years leading up to marriage and falling in love and learning, how to, learning his craft from his teacher and his father figure, and I would say his wedding, but you get jitters on your wedding day. So that's not too relaxed.
No, nothing's relaxing about it.
And then obviously he was a virgin on the wedding night, so he would have been really nervous.
For sure. They defiled all the hills in Zephyr.
Wow. Should we do another pull? Is that a thing?
Well, they haven't answered.
Oh, well, that's true. You guys have
Pull out the information.
Yeah, it was only a few days, but come on, let's.
In their existence.
Oh, in their
In
existence.
existence. It doesn't have to have been
That's fair.
on stream.
Probably like there would be some fun times in the Shadow Realm for sure. Like I was talking about the Night of Ascension.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not relaxing, but I don't know. Sometimes there's like relaxation and having a really fucking good time. I feel like probably there was probably, she's probably someone who like calms by reading. So probably just some like real deep concentration with some books.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Would be,
Respect.
be some relaxing moments.
Reading like a nice novel for the third time in a bath, and you're just like,
Yeah, you're rereading it all.
She would
Yeah.
never get the books wet.
oh, no, you get one of those little trays.
Yeah.
Little reading
I don't
trays.
have to wash my bits.
Can't stay dry.
What about you? Turncoat?
I know. In game, it was curling up with the Wind Cougar.
Yeah.
For sure.
Solid.
Yeah.
But then, like, the deep thing is probably in death. He's probably, like, at peace with his
Sweet relief.
mother and his brother and his father.
Yeah.
And he probably, honestly, like, they're probably like, hey, man, the gods were right. They've been taking care of you the whole time. And even though you were misguided, welcome back into the fold. I was thinking about that after. I was like, he probably believes now. He probably was like brought back in by his god, and he's feeling warm and loved.
It would have been the matron, and the
probably.
matron can just be kind of mean anyway. Yeah, the matron just might have gone up going, yeah, good try, buddy. I know they're terrible.
I feel like you're bringing your personal experiences to bear there, my friend.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
I think with Denise, it's like, anytime she like gets home after, like this bitch can get shit done. But when she gets home, it's like takes the brows off, because they are painted on. And it's just like in the little things, like having like Dariax like rub her feet or making him dinner, or even just being by herself alone, quiet with her things. I think that, finding it in the daily life.
Yeah.
Taurus energy.
The simple life.
Yeah, big Taurus energy for sure.
Orem was very curious about Denise's lifting regiment.
Oh, well, some of that is genetic.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
But I think that she would, take time. Because doesn't Orem also get up and do like morning workouts?
Yes.
Yeah. I think, she makes time for it. She knows it's important. She eats her proteins. She
You
knows
have a
what's
high strength score, right? Wasn't it high?
It wasn't higher than my dexterity, but it was high. I mean, they were pretty high. She's a tank for sure. But I think that she's like, she's like a lady cop. Like, she likes the things that you think that she wouldn't like, she's kind of like into. Like, you know what I mean? She probably, loves getting her nails done or doing them herself. I don't know where that lands in the lore of Exandria, but it's a cantrip. Yeah. But I think that just kind of like.
I love that, the idea of a character who lives in the mundanity, sort of the little things.
Yeah.
It's the dream.
Stuff you don't want on Twitch, you guy in the chat, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Go fuck yourself.
No, enjoy. But
The rest of you, thanks for standing up for us against that one guy.
Utkarsh has had his first experience
I watched
with
Twitch once
commentary.
and I got burned.
They're rough.
What's a cantrip?
That was the best moment I think ever on Critical Role. I fucking
died.
love that so much.
I died.
Trying to fool them. And also, didn't know what a cantrip was.
That's valid.
Do I get to sentence one more person to
Yes.
if possible?
Yes, one more.
Yes.
So, Utkarsh, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
This is gonna
Keeps
fall.
trying to pass it off to me.
Yeah,
Whoa, look, you
no.
already killed me once.
Like, I have to see her
Utkarsh is
again in
smooth
the
enough
near
that
future.
he might not.
She'll
he
fuck
might
with
not.
I'm gonna stay over here.
No, it could go either way.
Stay there.
Yeah, he might. Oh, he's going straight.
You gotta tap. You gotta tap.
He's gonna be
it.
fine.
But like the first brick he went to.
Yep.
You got yeah.
That was really good.
There's no earth. Oh, nope.
Oh shit.
He's committed and he's doing.
He's gonna.
I
he's
did
gonna
not
make
playing
it.
the game right.
Wow.
Playing the game right.
I'm gonna kill him all over again.
Yeah.
Damn. What's the number?
Wait, it's not over yet.
34.
34.
That's the strategy that I
still
was
tip.
supposed to have done.
Yes, tap it.
It can still tip.
Oh, and putting it on the corner like a. Oh, yep.
Come on, guys.
Make it real hard.
Take that.
Incredible.
Thank you for teaching me how to play Jenga.
Holy
That's
shit.
one when you only have to use your feet if it's on.
Oh, there's so much potential energy stored in that tower. It's gotta come down.
It really is.
So from @Smoople on Twitter,
Smoople.
how does your character differ from the ones you've played in previous campaigns, and what inspired you to explore this new territory?
We're doing the round here.
Yeah, I'm very interested in this actually.
Yeah.
Tell us.
Mine's obvious. Well, I just wanted to I kind of wanted to play someone who is just kind of rolling with the punches this time. Like especially coming after like Keyleth, who had such high like legacy stakes, and then Bo, who is like so driven by like the pursuit of knowledge and proving herself. I really would just this campaign wanted to play someone who was just kind of like going with the flow, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
Considering what's happened to her.
That's what I
all
think.
of this.
Yeah,
Sometimes a flow is a raging river.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did go with the flow.
All right.
Or then you hit the rocks.
Yes. Again.
That's what was super fascinating about this chapter. Like your life in this chapter was you were clearly just trying to keep it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole time. So
Yeah.
it didn't really feel like going with the flow. It felt like keep it down. Just
Keep it down.
Keep it down.
Compartmentalize. Suck it in.
Yeah, very, very fun to watch.
I also
it was
loved
really
how much of a secret snob Ladna was at
Yeah,
that.
we
She's
were like,
let's get out of this
"Pissant
town.
Yeah, she hated it.
I loved
Well,
it so
there's
much.
some baggage there.
Yeah, the
I'd
witch
have
who
been
used to
reminding
live in the
her.
woods is like irritated with the small
yeah.
hick ass town.
Yeah,
I think
love
I mean I kind of talked about it in game. It's just that like you all think your problems are
Yes.
important right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
You have no fucking clue.
Yeah.
It's just that irritation with the
But that was so cool. We'd all be like, yay, we won. And then the three of you would be like, but
But at what cost?
But
yeah,
did we?
Yeah.
that's true. That's
no,
true.
actually we did. We all feel worse.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, fucking sucks.
was so-
This fucking
Oh,
sucks.
hate that.
Yep,
Funny when
let's-
I was like, woo, we won. Oh.
No.
Nope.
Just a bunch of Debbie Downers.
Nope.
Were.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Yeah. Ashton had that moment of like, you should open up, and then like 3 lines, like 30 seconds of conversation, like, no, you should hold
That's
that
enough.
all.
You know
Yeah.
You know what? Tighten that up. Tighten that up. We're cool.
Just be yourself.
Cool.
Not like that. Not like
Not
that.
like that.
Whoa.
Don't breathe.
UTK.
UTK.
I played Hitch with Matt earlier, who was like a rogue, super charming, and could do not a lot of cool stuff, but enough cool stuff. Kind of knew his way around the room. So I thought it would be fun to just lean into the sort of confusion, sort of like going with the flow, like actually just being like, just you don't know anything, which is true. And then that made it sort of like fun to play because every move you saw me look at Matt and be like, oh, fuck. Because I was like, is this going to give it away? Is this something the evil me would do? Or is like I'm constantly behind a mask, which made it really fun. I thought it would be just challenging. And it was a good time.
Yeah, it was. Oh man, it was.
Every time I was like, fuck. I was like, here it goes. The jig is up.
So many time bombs. We were just a series of time bombs.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I've said a couple things about Ashton before, but like I love playing characters that have a little bit at least to do with whatever like emotional damage I'm currently processing in therapy. But like I kind of gone through like the gothy kid and the like little weird circus carny kid. And I was like, I haven't really done punk yet. And then
Oh, I
it
love
was
that.
well, and it was very much like, what does punk even look like in a fantasy Exandria? Because it's so different that like what would you respond to? Like what would make somebody just have that low level anger and just real? It's not even just a be upset with where their life is taking them and how chaos is treating them.
It's true because punk is at its core counterculture.
Yes.
Just rage against whatever.
And you know, traditionally it's all about how unfair and how stacked the world is, and
Right.
It's a lot of dealing with that feeling, and like, you know, Molly kind of had a bit of that, but was like, I'm just gonna be, you know, happy and drunk and great, and then this is usually the other end of that of like, fuck. So
Fuck the system.
Fuck, and it has worked really well in this campaign.
It really has.
So I definitely now know what I'm angry about.
Yeah.
I'm just so curious. It's like where your character, like what answers you're looking for. Like
I never know.
no, but you do. I mean,
I did like multiple. I feel like I prompted multiple like just Arcana checks on you.
Yeah.
So I was
Yeah.
like, what's this guy's deal?
yeah.
Yeah, it's
If I crit, maybe I'll find out.
it's been a like a never-ending life of like getting attached and vulnerable and connected to people, and then having that blow up horribly over and over and over again. And now it's just in like, I cannot believe I'm doing it again. I cannot believe I'm doing it again. This always ends poorly. This is always a disaster. Fuck. Like you fuckers. Oh, yeah, it's just terrible.
Yeah.
No.
I like you fuckers. It's
Just terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you could tell.
Yeah.
You were not enthusiastic about how much you loved them.
Yeah, no, you're committed now, so now everything is going to inevitably go wrong.
Caring for people's great comes with problems.
Yes.
Comes with trouble.
Oh,
You played a lot.
Yeah, I've played a decent amount of characters. I think this one is probably more like, maybe a little more like type A or prissier than I'm used to playing. Maybe like a little girlier than I usually play. Yeah, that's probably it. But I mean, at Dimension 20, we play like a lot of different characters, so I've fucking been around, dude.
I've been around, man. Let me fucking tell you. I mean, it's the ultimate flex to be like, no, I played a lot of characters and just this one out. So good.
You got a really thick little black binder.
I'm just saying, like, I feel like it's like hard to, it's like, well, you know, some maybe, but I definitely think this was like a little more like I've never played a wizard for Dimension 20, and I haven't played too many wizards. So like this, it was fun to play just a real classic, more like type A wizard, because that is just such a great fantasy archetype.
Yeah, 100%.
So good. Well, I've only ever played Opal and Denise, but like I said before, with Opal, I kind of really wanted to explore, like, cover my ass because I didn't really know the mechanics of the game, and she kind of would be like, you know, I was very curious as to like what happens when people's, because this was not my experience, but like someone who is brand new, the opposite of an old soul. Because I feel like I'm very much an old soul. I have to grow up really quickly. And so I was like, what would that be like? To be like, the whole world is at my feet. And then you like have your first fall, and then your second fall, and then your third fall. And like how that affects you as how that builds you up as an adult, really. So Opal was younger. And then that, and like the spell, even though I was like a warlock, had like 2 fucking spells, but I was super confused by the spells. And then when we had our session 0 with Matt about like the themes of this sort of where we were in the campaign, and like people that were very devout or versus people that weren't, and like it was time for a change or whatever, I thought, like, what if somebody was totally ambivalent about it because the gods have never fucking helped her ass, and she doesn't really care about like the you know, raging against the machine. She just is like, everything sucks, everyone sucks, you have to do it yourself. The people that don't suck are the people you love, and you take care of them and you take care of yourself and make the life that you want as best you can, and then you die. And like, I just thought that was really, because people do live that way, and sometimes I'm jealous of people that live that way, that it's like, I'm just gonna, you know, be in my bubble and take care of my own. And with Denise, I thought that was something that I'm, as Aimee, am curious about exploring, like someone who is further down in her life, further down in her career. You know, I mean, not to like invite you into my therapy sessions, but you know, like
that is D&D.
For sure.
like truly, like
D&D and
you
the
know,
show.
yeah, I'm at the point in my life where I'm like, oh, maybe my career isn't everything. Like maybe I should invest in other things, you know? And so I thought it would be curious to play a character who just didn't give a fuck. In fact, she does her job, she does her career because it's the only thing she knows how to do. Right. But she's desperately seeking something else, something richer.
I find it fascinating that our two characters started in like a very similar reality and both had fuck off.
Yeah, right?
In their character design.
That's so nice.
You said the earrings. I'm like, no.
Yeah. Because I mean, I've seen Campaign 3, but I don't think I ever caught on. Because you don't call it fuck off.
No, it's not the name of it.
Yeah,
but you can see
it
like
just,
the little
it.
band.
Right. I love that.
So good.
Yeah.
Do you, here's like jumping off of that, do you feel like you learned anything from Denise or like gained anything, like you, Aimee?
Yeah, I mean, as a player or as a person?
As a person.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you don't really see Denise get what she wants, but it was interesting to play a character that doesn't say much because Opal says so fucking much and has a lot of like main character energy, like it's all about me.
Yeah.
And I think with Denise, it's like she'd rather it not be about her, even though she is like loud and her, you know, she has a very loud look about her. I think what I learned is like, it's okay to want smaller things. You don't need to change the world. Yeah. You know,
I just want to go home.
She'll go home.
Beat my man's ass and live happily ever after.
Take my brows off and watch some Netflix and then maybe have a little sex a few times a year.
Yeah.
That's it. Like that's what, you know. I mean, a week, I'm sure, but you know, she's dealing with like, I know that dwarves age
Aim higher,
differently,
Denise.
so like, she's like
Denise.
middle-aged at this point. She doesn't want much. That's the whole point. Like, what is it when you want something that it's like, you know, as actors in LA or just performers in LA or whatever, it's like, I always tell people like, you know, like, how do you deal with the rejection? And I don't well, but I think that like, I try to remind myself that it's like the
job.
Yeah, I try to remind myself that it's like the Olympics. I'm not athletic in the slightest, but it's like, if you are athletic and you're trying to go for the Olympics, it's gonna be fucking hard.
Yeah.
You know, so what if you play a character
like-
that doesn't want that?
It's like dream big versus just dream full.
Full.
Yeah.
Right.
Ooh, beautiful.
Dream full.
That's good.
Do you have a
Same
quick
therapist.
roll or have you?
Yeah, I mean, I've talked around this a bit. Vax was like a sort of a follow his nose asshole, right? Like he just
What?
Follow his nose.
followed his nose. He
asshole.
jumped into
But
danger.
it's the words nose and asshole
were too
very
close together.
I did the same
Unless
thing.
they were perfectly put together.
Knowing you perfectly put together.
1,000-piece puzzle. There we go.
He just threw himself into danger a lot, and he was also in this, like, he was touched by fate and was like the, you know, the puppet of a god in a way. So
he was the puppet of Matron of Raven.
yes, it was very central.
Matt sent me, the reason that I had like a backstory is he sent me the clip of you talking to the Matron of Ravens, and I was like, who is she? I love this woman.
She's
bitch.
pretty
Love
great.
this bitch.
Pretty cool.
Then campaign 2, I wizarded it up and had like a really intense plan and machinations and was very cerebral about it, and it was intensive. And this time I wanted to play a different kind of character. I wanted to be, I've said this before, play a kinder, sweeter, like someone who held on to his heart still.
I'm just like, just a guy.
Just broken.
Yeah.
Golden retriever.
I didn't want any wings or magic powers. I wanted to just be a guy, and I wanted to be like the sidekick or the right-hand man to great people.
Yeah.
And like spotlight people too. Like I'll just help you be fucking awesome. So I'm enjoying just playing, you know, someone who's trying to have his heart in the right place the whole time. In your visit, he's starting to like sort of like break like a broken Fabergé egg, but
but that's so fun to watch. Like,
Yeah. I kind of enjoyed it. It was like the more energy that you put off of like, hey, I need to keep my distance, the more I wanted to be like,
Oh, for sure. I chased you up in a tree.
we gotta hang out. Yeah, that was great too.
I should say that we should thank Nick Johnson and Smoople for those wonderful questions. And
Smoople?
if you have an evergreen question for our Tower of Inquiry, I think I said that right, you can enter it at critroll.com/ tower! Exclamation point.
Nope, that's just with enthusiasm.
I keep saying that every time.
That's for you.
Critroll.com/tower.
Hey.
How was that? No, it was all right.
Very enthusiastic.
Tower? Yeah.
Smoople.
And with that, let's slide into deep dive. Danny, help. There's supposed to be things for this.
Got you, boo.
Thank you. I'm
Yes.
so chaotic at this.
Smoople.
I'm impressed. I can't even read those.
This is amazing because I normally need
wear all
glasses.
things. I wear
so-
contacts.
You own this couch. You own Bartertown.
We're gonna take turns
So you
pulling
will
questions
be-
from our tankards.
Sharing that with those two.
Right.
And
Sharesies.
yeah, it'll get passed around like the conch. And since I'm the tavern keeper, I should probably start this off.
You gonna go first?
I'm gonna go first.
Yeah. You match your cup today, Taliesin.
Oh, thank you. No,
Yeah,
I'm
you
just going for the- slowly changing the hair. That's a whole story. All right. Ashton believes that they were judged and that the gods don't care about them. How does this color their anger and his feelings about the gods and Ludinus's plan? Oh,
Why'd you look right at me?
oh, yeah. That's right. Not to give away too much that's supposed to be in game, but yeah, it's life gets really interesting. As someone who's really had a bad time forever,
Yeah.
it's really interesting when suddenly someone points out that maybe there's somebody to blame.
Wow.
Which has kind of been the whole point of that cult, is a whole bunch of people who've decided that there's someone to blame.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It kind of also mirrors, I know, kind of what
You could have
Border
saved
was
me.
going.
No, absolutely.
I could have.
You could have stepped in, bro.
Yeah, but you done fucked with me and mine.
Oh.
Literally, if you had just come out and
You
said it,
survived
I would
the
have let
saving
you.
throw.
I was the one. He was like,
And I
no.
didn't even
You
kill
liked her
your
a lot.
friends.
You
Well,
did
I
like
didn't
her a
even
lot.
kill your friends.
It is part of. I'm a big believer in creating rules for a character of how they react to things. You
I
know,
love
just like
that.
a little. You know, it's. I'll say it because I'm a ponce. It's a little commedia dell'arte bullshit.
Yeah.
Of course.
But one of the things is.
I went to Florence. I studied.
Yeah.
You've got the vibe.
You want to Tish?
Show me your Latsies.
Jeez. I did my Latsies.
Latsies? We're Latsies.
Little comedic
That's what
bits
they're
from.
called. It's mask work.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. I went to Florida International University. I don't know what any of that is.
Yeah, okay, good. I'm so
and
lost.
you
I studied religion.
You broke one of Ashton's rules, which is that whatever's happening right in front of you is the most important thing.
I love that.
So
That's cool.
in that situation, the higher philosophy didn't matter. You were the bad guy.
So cool.
So yeah.
So cool.
Thought more about it once it was all over.
Stick to it.
But,
I love it.
Yeah. Ludinus is still a problem. I'm not going to pretend that Ludinus is still a problem. I don't know about the rest of it. It's starting to get really complicated in an already complicated
Yeah.
head.
Well,
Questions of faith abound.
like watching your campaign like before and like knowing how you guys like there are some characters that do not fuck with the gods that much. Like, you know what I mean? So like what how's that gonna end up?
I have this sneaking suspicion that this campaign is about to go into some pretty intense, maybe inter-party conflict.
Yes.
That we haven't maybe. Mighty Nine had a little bit of it. I mean, all of them have a little bit of it, but I don't know. I'm very curious. And we already saw a little bit of it in our last episode where we were all 10 of us were at the table, where it was like,
Yeah.
you know, and sitting there like hearing Deanna talk about
Yeah.
like how she feels, and then just kind of, and then with Denise being like, no, fuck that. Like it's like we're breaking one of the big rules of like proper society discussions, which is to not talk about politics and religion. And we're about to be like,
Totally.
what if we do both?
This was the first character I've made that didn't give a fuck either. Every other character I made was invested in one way or another in the gods, either against or for. And this was the first one I was like,
Yeah.
We were basically sitting at a dining room table together.
It's
Yeah.
Thanksgiving
Talking
dinner.
about-
Yeah, it's like
religion.
Yeah, wrong table.
And that's, I mean, like, hats off to Matt. Like, that is something that, like, we're all trying to process as a society without trying to get, like, too whatever about it. It's, of course, it's going to bleed into, you know, role-playing games. It's bled into everything else.
Absolutely.
Like, you know what I mean? Art is a reflection of what we're all sort of, like, anxious about, and that is something we're anxious about.
I tried to come in with a character that had, that wasn't really decided, and kind of just take the experience as it was coming to us. And I didn't really walk away with the information I was given. I didn't really walk away with a ton of tenderness for the gods.
No.
Cobalt is a religious institution, but very gently. Like
Oh, really? Well,
they're very gently.
The Prism's background is like in the shadow realm.
Sure.
Like that's her like complicated religious past. But like I think that I wanted to be like, okay, I'm on the fence and I'm gonna let the story like push me one direction. And the story that I was at the table for kind of made me not being like, yay, God.
Yeah, I don't think we ever had a Cobalt Soul member who was like really faithful.
It's like going
Yeah,
to
that's
Catholic
all.
school, but because the education's better than
Yeah.
public
Sure.
school, not because you're actually Catholic.
But isn't also like with wizards, I could be wrong because I'm new at this, but isn't it with like wizards, it's like they get their match because
Indian
they're
people in Catholic
studying and
school.
not so much because they're like devout to a god?
It's the intellectual notion.
So maybe
that
it's that too.
we
There's
don't
a
need them, we've got
there's
our
a
own.
disconnect too of like, well, I can just study my spell book and I'll know, you know, I don't have to like pray to a god to give me the power. or whatever.
Campaign's getting so heavy, man.
It is.
But
in this
felt
world-
heavy.
Our group was definitely, I think, lent towards the what if no gods though?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
put the agency back in the hands of the people.
Yeah.
Whereas I think the other group having like 3 religious people
Yeah.
part of it and like getting contacts and getting like
And the
messages
change
from
bringer
the gods.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of had a different, just once again, a totally different message that they walked away with
Yeah.
from.
That's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be crazy. We'll see.
Yeah.
I will say normally we go clockwise, so let's
We'll have
go
yeah,
let's
I
have
was gonna
Utkarsh
say.
pick for
Yeah, no.
Emily, or just pull one out and see who.
Oh yeah, right.
gets
Let's
it.
just do chaos.
Chaos.
We're the randomized generator.
Amy, what tipped you off about Bordor and his shady shenanigans?
Ooh, I love the alliteration. It would have been. Oh, I just had this thought. I just had it in my head because you said it was the vision. Oh, I know. It was when we scryed on your brother, and it wasn't that. And it was like there were no good answers. Like, is he dead? Is this the house he died in, or what? Why don't we see
Matt fucked me on
sick
that.
shit everywhere? Like, there are no tissues. There's no tea. What the fuck? I think that was it. And
I like
then-
how you looked away at the end and you're like, wasn't his brother's house?
Yeah, that's. I
I was
think
like,
that
well,
was
the
the
episode's
thing.
over.
That's the thing that tipped me off the most because also as a new player, like I don't really know the rules about like maybe I would have been tipped off by like where are his powers coming from? Like maybe I would have gone down that rabbit hole, but I didn't. I was like I just accepted that you just had these like new powers that you didn't know how to control. So that was the thing that tipped me off.
Yeah.
Did you steal something with sleight of hand?
Yeah, I stole your your
Sling?
slingshot,
That's right.
and then I dropped it or something. I had this whole thing in my
You
head
gave it
where
back, didn't you?
I did, but
Knowingly.
I was like, I gave it back, and then I was going to ask you all these questions about your brother, and then something happened. I think the episode ended or something. I don't know.
No, we often have great ideas that just
just
get
go
swept
fucking
down the
Yeah.
river when
Yeah,
something
yeah.
else happens.
You gotta fall out of love with a lot of your favorite.
fuck,
Yeah.
kill your
Yeah,
baby.
they're never gonna fucking
Every
come
one
up.
of them.
Kill your babies.
I walk in with to-do lists that just get
I pick
scratched
one?
You
off.
did a lot. You did
another.
some cool shit.
Yeah, pull another. Let's see what we got.
Emily.
Whoa!
I'm a good picker. What inspired you? What inspired you to make Prism from the Shadow Realm? What interested you about that area as an upbringing?
So, like I said, Matt had sent me the video of the Matron of Ravens, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. And then he told me more about the Shadow Realm, and I wanted to be someone who had a complicated past with religion, and I liked the idea of her kind of being like, because the Shadow Realm is like not a good place. It's like a fringe realm. It's very dangerous. And so I liked the idea of seeing all these people who are devout in their suffering, like their suffering is some kind of devotion to this goddess, but then sitting there as a little girl and being like, you're preaching death and fate, and you decided that, but that doesn't count for you. Like you're saying you have to surrender to death and fate, but you precluded yourself from it. So I had like this whole story in my head that like I was like that at one point when she was a little kid, she was like she like had this dream that she would find all of the Matron of Ravens clues to her ascension and mass produce it, and then everyone would live forever and there would be no more death, so then there would be no more Shadow Realm, so there would be no more suffering. Because she's just like, the Shadow Realm sucks and everyone acts like it's penance for it to suck. I think that it should be good. I want it to be better. But then obviously once she got to the Cobalt Soul, I think she like wised up, like that was like a very like youthful fantasy. And then she's like, okay, that's not the way to do it. But so I think like it's kind of like she like both admired and respected the Matron of Ravens, but wouldn't surrender her worship to her. So I felt like I liked that to be on the fence of like, I like your story. I don't know that I can worship you, and like let me see where this story like makes me land.
Never thought of the matron that way. That's really interesting.
But
I'm
also, like
that's
the
going
sociopath
ooh.
she is.
Wasn't the matron like immortal first? Like she was just a regular ass bitch.
One exception to all the gods. She
Right,
was
and
a
then like
powerful
kind of
wizard.
fought the god and then became one.
Yeah.
So that would totally vibe with what you're saying.
Yeah.
But if to kind of be devil's advocate for the matron.
Oh, you absolutely can be. This wasn't me, Emily, being like,
Oh
this is
no,
what
I just want to throw something out there.
Fun shop
If
talk.
if you've gone through this process and the whole situation is that you have said no to death and you have said no to fate, but then you realize by becoming the goddess of death and fate that you were on the path the entire time.
Totally.
Yeah.
And if fate is predetermined, then it was fated for you to become this goddess. And that
convenient.
by taking over as the goddess of death, you didn't avoid death. You devoted your life to it.
Surrounded
I
yourself
think
with
I think for Prism, she kind of was just like at some point was like, okay, first off, this is definitely the beginnings of an evil wizard plan. I have to wise up and be really careful because mass producing, because eradicating death by mass producing the key to immortality is definitely someone's evil plan.
That's Lich behavior.
Maybe Ludinus's
familiar.
plan.
Is that what the thing is?
No. I just meant.
Oh, okay.
Boy, I can hear Percy's response to your little conversation in my head so clearly. Oh.
But I think, then I also was like, I think she would also wise up and be kind of like, I think that she also wised up and was like, maybe the matron by being immortal, like maybe it's not this awesome thing. Maybe she is in service of death itself, and it doesn't feel like a immortal ascension. It feels more like a servitude to a cause she believes in.
Matt has portrayed her like she, in one of the scenes with my character Vax, and when he got to meet her, she took the mask away and suddenly she was her human size, and he saw her face, and the way Matt described her was looking extremely lonely.
Oh. Yeah. So I think that like on Prism's journey, it would be kind of like, okay, I think maybe I'm being naive, but I still am not convinced that what's going on in the Shadow Realm, that they need to be suffering as much as they are.
There is a difference. I feel like one of the big themes of this campaign has been there is a difference between what the gods do and how their followers interpret it.
Yeah.
And what the people do with gods who are no longer interacting with them.
That's so interesting. I wonder where Matt got that idea.
I know.
Interesting.
Life and art and how they imitate each other. So weird.
Also, I just thought it'd be fun to look goth.
Yeah, fair.
I still think you
Pepper
should. You would look so good with Prism's like little French girl bob.
Yeah.
Oh no, we were
So cute.
I
We
mean,
were-
it's made for you.
Yeah.
It's made for you. What are you doing?
I had to pull it that you look like a different color shift option for Lala Orange of Strawberry Shortcake.
yeah, you do.
Oh my God,
Rainbow
yes,
Bright.
that's so
yeah, I was like,
true.
oh god, with the beret. Yeah.
That's true.
I want Caleb and Bo through the Cobalt Soul connection to work with Prism.
Oh, that'd be cool.
It's Caleb's a wizard too.
Yeah, he's.
Ooh, imagine two wizards.
I do often.
Caleb's imagined
wizards. That's where the statement
4 and
ends.
5.
Can you imagine 6 wizards?
Guys, have you imagined dragons? Wild.
Good ones or bad ones?
Dragon's paw.
Yeah.
Liam, I believe it's your pool.
Oh, all
We're going
right.
clockwise.
All right.
Yeah.
What we got?
Is that Liam's little thing?
This is the moon's his tattoo on his
That's
arm.
very cute.
What does this say? What was it like for Oram to see the tomb of Omadua, a Gau-Dwashari ancestor of the Ashari? I think he was just looking at something so that he knows to be so old, the foundation of the people that he comes from. And when he sat down on his own, when he did walk off to contemplate that thing, I think he was just thinking, like, how did it all get so fucked like this? Everything seemed to make sense when I was younger, as it does for all of us.
Yeah.
And it's all just coming apart in like world-ending ways. It feels like, how did we come to this point? But really, having watched Calamity, it's just
It's always
cyclical,
been fucked.
and it just keeps refucking itself.
100%.
Yeah.
We didn't start the fire.
Slightly off. We have lawyers.
Speaking of Jersey.
Back here.
Sometimes burning, and every now
Yeah,
and then
you
it would
can't think I'll
turn
give you pride.
burning.
Pride.
That was an easy one. Next.
Who's next?
Guess I'll go.
Yeah.
Cool mug.
Thanks.
Are there any?
Cool mug. Cool fans.
Cool smug.
We did that one kind of.
Oh, okay.
Damn it, I tried.
I'm gonna move on a little bit. I might come in. Yeah, Lana has reunited with Imogen. What was it like to be parted from her for so long? And how is she feeling now that they're back together? Kind of feels weird, man.
I gotta tell you,
We all
I
thought it would.
actually was really worried about you having to tell your friends what happened. So I really tried to lead with "I killed Border," so that you can decide how much you tell and when you tell.
Yeah,
Good guess.
it's gonna be
Just
weird.
I'm like, so sweet.
It kind of feels like, you know, when
Sometimes guests have your back.
like
It was
you
like the romantic aspect.
like you leave for like summer break and your parents are like, hey, you got to go to summer camp, and then like your best friend goes away to like a 2-month-long vacation, and they go have their own journey,
and you're different
and then you
people.
come back and you're kind of different people now. Like even her, Imogen having that tender moment with Frida, with Christian, and being like, you know, her full Dorothy, I loved you most of all, Scarecrow. And I was like, what the fuck is this? How you come back with a new best friend?
Yeah.
I'm traumatized.
Yeah. She went to Europe and you went to some shitty fucking camp.
Yes.
You know, you went to like a lake camp where you had to do work.
100%.
No.
Saw a
She
dead
went
body.
to Europe. She went to Europe.
I saw a dead
You
body.
for
I had to go to
sure.
my grandpa's funeral.
You got a summer job.
I had to stay and work at McDonald's.
On the
And
flip
you
side,
went fucking gallivanting in Spain with your family, and you got a boyfriend, and you fell in love.
The whole time.
Bullshit, and then you lost your virginity. I'm still a fucking virgin. What is this? That had grease burns. That's kind of
I fucking stink, man. I can't watch the grease out of my hair.
You see that?
on the flip side, though, you have to have a talk with her to be like, remember how I was in that totally toxic relationship with that dead lich lady?
Exactly.
I might have just
be
texted
back.
her.
Because you were gone and I didn't have anyone to text. So that's what
She
it
was
kind of
there
feels
for
like.
me.
Yeah.
Imogen is like 90% of my impulse control.
That's hilarious.
Sweet fucking, you had your Zuko and Sandra D summer.
Yes. Summer night.
But summer fucking nights.
I watched Macaulay Culkin get stung by a bunch of bees.
Wow, that's a deep cut.
Oh, it hurts.
Oh,
He didn't have his glasses.
Wow. Boo.
Yes, weep.
truly.
Oh, Dan Aykroyd, great dad.
All right. You've got to pull for yourself now.
Let's see if I
Yeah,
can
try and
find
pull for you.
Pull for you.
I did find one.
Hey, magic.
You mentioned
Good rolls.
on the stream. I already did this. Tell my backstory. That was I killed the guy and burned his clothes.
That
Here's
was
another
so
one for me.
sick.
Is there any chance that Bordor could still be a polymorphed border collie?
Interesting.
That question was for me.
You know what? That's fan theory. I had no idea, but I do think that I should come back as some sort of Great Dane or something later on.
Lassie.
A dog just
Spain.
comes out of an alleyway.
Just a dog.
Casts vitriolic sphere.
It would be so cool.
I was thinking like vitriolic sphere is kind of like a wet dog shaking off.
It's so cool.
Going.
All right, we're going to try for a speed round really quickly.
right.
Okay.
Here we go. Ashton, oh wow, this is not a fast one. Ashton took time to comfort both Laudna and Prism after everything with Bordor. What do you think why do you think protecting comes so naturally to them, and why did they want to ensure that Laudna and Prism were okay? It was an interesting mix between this was your first murder, and definitely like first one's the hardest. And maybe I thought like
Cut is the deepest.
maybe if we walked you away fast enough, it wouldn't scar you for life.
Yeah, I thought it was really cute when you were
It
like,
was so
Yeah, no, you don't want to watch
turn
this.
her away.
And I was well aware that there was no stopping you, but I was also well aware of what this was going to mean, and so there was a little bit of like, hey, I know you just saw your ex and saw your best friends in Europe, and they've been texting me and not you. So
But you really got to clean the bathroom.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's your turn.
To the bathroom.
it was definitely like, now that there's like, okay, now that I care, there's damage control that has to happen.
Sure.
So
I
never
do
ending.
think, like, reflecting on it, Prism punched him when he was down. Laudna just turned to like a very dark, incredible place. But there was also one of the fucked up parts about all of it, the more I keep thinking about it, is the two of you, and like especially Orem being like,
Yeah, that's what there was sort of a feeling of like, hey, I'm not gonna do it, but I'm not gonna stop.
I'm not
you.
gonna stop you. Yeah,
Well,
they're
he
like,
said that out loud. He goes, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but
it's war. Do it.
uh-huh.
So there's like, you're complicit in all of it.
I already had one and was not okay because I had that thing happen right beforehand. So I was still not ready to do that again.
Yeah.
So, but I understood that it had to be done.
I was ready.
Yeah, it was kind of your turn.
Emily, Prism referred to Orem as her best friend. When did she decide that he was the person she was closest
dick.
to
Right when she
in the group?
You
$sign from
dick.
Prism.
It was just this really funny moment because it was like, for some reason, the new group was really suspicious of me. And I was like, fuck, I have to, in like 20 minutes, try to win these people over. And Sam was like, can I trust you with this person that I'm dating? And I was sitting there being like, I'm not gonna be able to get him to trust me, but I'll like offer him an exchange. And I was like, who's the funniest for Prism to say right now? It's Orem. Saying Orem right now would be the most unexpected, and he's the only one who wouldn't care if she didn't say his name.
God, I wish
love that.
true.
It's 100%
I definitely had that like,
Because me and you looked at each other
you were
like,
like,
Ow.
what the fuck is happening right now? Were we here for the past 6 weeks?
is there
I
some
don't
weird
know.
off-screen shit that just
Oh, I
happened?
love that.
Are they giving each other back rubs? What the fuck?
It was also probably, to your point, if you want to get
So
the
good.
other group to trust you,
It was the right call.
you say like,
I can pick another one. Sorry, Marisha.
no, it's good. But yeah, you say to the most trustworthy guy.
Yeah, I think I did.
Thanks for being
I
there
think
for
I was like, okay, I'm gonna offer him.
Here,
I'm gonna
pass that
offer
thing. I didn't
Sam's
read it.
character an exchange. Like I'll be like I know I can't win you over right now, but like, hey, I'll look out for your person if you look out for mine. Like we're both invested, right?
Yeah.
So then I just had to be like, who's the funniest for me to say right now?
Your instincts are great. Okay, I answered the first part, but I haven't answered the second. So, how did Denise and Opal compare and contrast in your eyes? What was it like interacting with Orem as someone who wasn't Opal but still knew of the Crown Keepers? Do you know how they compare? As far as interacting with Orem, I didn't know if we were gonna have that moment or get to have it, and I'm so glad we did. But it's interesting how much Orem has sort of changed. Like me as a player coming in, not necessarily as a character, but like, Orem was always, like you said, like the kind of the team leader as far as like don't go crazy, whatever. And now having him sort of need the comfort of somebody else was interesting for Aimee, the player, to watch as you play Orem. What was the question? That still knew the Crown Keepers. Well, she didn't know about, I don't think Denise knows about Opal except for she's seen the mugshots. And she's probably jealous because she's like, oh, for sure they're fucking. But I just think that maybe Denise is like a better listener than Opal. So I kind of got to listen to what Orem, I don't think Orem would ever be like, Opal, I feel so small. You know what I mean?
He really needed it too.
Yeah.
Orem keeps his shit to
Great
himself.
moment.
Like, he doesn't like initiate talks with people really. I'm like my other characters would a lot, and Orem just sort of like shoulders it on his own, but needs it. And so it was the most welcome thing just to have someone lend an ear and be kind. And
can I just brag about like how difficult it is to have like restraint as a performer, and like you were the culmination of a performer with restraint, because even when I was like, do you have somebody? And like, you could have launched into the whole fucking story about your, husband, or even about, I don't know. And like, you just chose to, which is a character choice. And I just think that that's really powerful. And you're the best.
Really,
You're wonderful. It's really hard, dude, to like not like spit out your whole fucking backstory,
It was really
because
nice.
you don't know like when you're gonna have a chance to do it again, or if ever. And I think you're an inspiration for sure when it comes to that.
Yeah. Don't hide.
I mean, you guys all are amazing.
Yeah.
I just think to play a character like Orem is difficult.
Yeah.
Because you so rarely get to be shiny and kind of. You know what I'm saying?
But I do, and I enjoy the moments where I get to shine.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying playing like the quiet Bedrock, who's kind of crumbling a little bit right now. But I've really enjoyed this campaign.
You get to retort a lot. It's really
Retort.
He's like a lean-in kind of character.
Yeah.
things happen, and then there's like the reactions, like when things hit you are always fascinating and weirdly the healthiest in the group, probably. Which is so horrifying.
But like when characters like that like kind of break down, it's so compelling to watch because they've just built it up for so long that you're like, oh, this is gonna be good. So,
Word.
the three of you.
Barbs.
Yeah, silvery barbs.
Silvery Bob, that was so funny when you just tried to cast it.
Look, you never know.
Wait. Matt's like, do you have silvery barbs? You're like, no.
Yeah, but-
Big sorcerer energy, though. Let me just try.
Yeah,
Go for it.
Is it me I pull?
Your
Real
turn.
quick, you two.
All right, real quick.
Yep.
Sorry, I
No.
talk too much.
Orem gave Laudna a nod to show his support for her killing Bordor. Why did Orem agree that death is the answer, and how did that nod make Laudna feel? As soon as Bordor indicated that he was from the Ruby Vanguard, that changed. I mean, they just sealed your fate. Like, Orem would have killed you, and not in a big wrathful, fuck you way, but I think Orem's a place where he knows that the Ruby Vanguard has people. There was in the episodes leading up to the big one before we met up with you guys, it was very obvious that people in the Vanguard are like, there are some regular folk in there, and people have what they think are valid reasons for doing what they're doing, and other people feel abandoned by the gods like Bordor does. But they're killing a lot of people to get what they want, and they killed the people most dear to Orem. And if we let you go, I think Orem was just in the mentality of, and that's why I said it, that we are unfortunately in a war right now. And if we let you go, you potentially will go back to doing the same things that you have done and other people have done. So you have to die. And once I saw her turning into a haunted tree, I didn't want her to back down. It had to be done.
Yeah. It was so fucked up.
It was awesome.
I don't think we've let a single one of them who've seen our face live, so it would definitely been like,
Yeah.
yep. Nope.
When I'm kind of was actually, we were just touching on this, but like, you are supposed to be the healthiest, most level-headed one. So when the most level-headed one, who's also like watching, like I said, it's like literally watching, like like, I don't know, like if you ever, I'm just trying to picture myself, like if I ever saw one of my friends that I know is about to like slip into their darkest moments and perform like a horrible act, literally murder, and you're just like,
Just this once.
I'll allow it.
Yeah.
Like, is just dark. And I mean, I think,
It was scary to be on the other end of it.
yeah.
It was just like, whoa. This is about
It's all about the.
Well, yeah, I thought for sure I had a chance, and then I saw him. I was like, I'm done.
It's all about the
Taste of these.
stakes. It's all about the stakes of where they are right now.
Well, you really brought the weight of what you guys have gone through.
Yeah.
Just back.
Like you don't
back
need to know
home.
any. You don't really need to know any of it. Just like the reactions from the three of you. Were just
Yeah.
like it's like that's enough to know.
I'll make it even creepier for you. I think that Orm has an inkling of that you were opening the door
Back.
for Delilah by doing that, and
Ditto.
part of him is like, yeah, we're gonna need that.
I definitely was like, it's going to happen eventually. I'd liked it to start here as opposed to somewhere worse.
I also like as like hearing your story, like I didn't want to say this because it felt too sinister, and I know I was straddling that line, but like when you were like, oh, like we sealed her, part of me was like, maybe you just need to let her
Lean
go.
into it. Yeah.
You know, like maybe by suppressing it, it's getting stronger. Maybe you gotta
Sure. Gotta lance
the
the
boil.
wound.
Lance the boil.
The boil.
I'm the
I mean,
worst. I'm the
kinda-
worst host ever because I let these things go, but they're so interesting. There's no
Well,
not
it's
deep
a-
questions.
I think
in
people
it.
are
Interested.
All of them are deep.
And kind of jumping.
It's a
Yeah,
long
It's
episode.
a six-sided dive.
Yes.
Excited dive.
That's fair.
It's okay. Just chat.
This was going to be my question. Laudna has likely woken Delilah back up. How is she handling her descent into darkness and the possibility that Delilah is back? Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's so complicated in processing it. But yes, also, I've kind of gone down the same thought process. Is like, this might be like add to the means to an end, and maybe I need this, and.
which is really fun narratively.
So
Yeah.
interesting.
So
yeah.
great.
It's very, but even just like Laudna's are like leaning into it. She's obviously currently feeling deeply guilty and troubled and conflicted that everything happened. But it is almost a little like kind of a borderline Hulk moment where it's like, is this good for Bruce Banter's well-being and mental health? No, not really.
Guy in the chat. Fuck off. Banner.
That was
Banter though,
Bruce
like
Banter?
turned
What did I
into
say?
literally an upstate comedian in my
we love
head.
it.
Who's the band name now?
That's just because I'm
catch him
thinking
in the
anywhere.
fucking,
Yeah, we filled the air with a
Now
lot of work.
Cannon and a Cannon girl and a
coconut.
Cannon. So now
He heard it wrong.
We all know that you know the jail Amy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a little bit fucked up when
The finger licks.
there's something kind of inherently fucked up when the rest of the Avengers are like, we need you to go to this dark place right now. Can ya?
Yep.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah,
it's a
great.
little bit of that. It's it's just dark.
And now you got to explain to your,
They do
or
throw
you
'em out
may or
of the-
may
of the
not
plane
explain to
one.
the rest of your friends that you
sure
did it.
I did it.
And then you guys have to explain that you let her,
Yeah.
which is even
That's
wilder.
why I just tried to
messed up.
buy you guys time,
Why
right?
don't
You guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
You guys can
it's like they like she like was sober for a long time and then you guys let her
Yeah.
kind
It's
of
less about
Didn't
sober,
stop her
like
from-
hadn't
Yes.
committed murder.
Yeah.
It's like even more than that.
Yeah,
You're not telling her
I hate
about
to. I don't mean to trivialize it or put it like together, but it's the same thing of like someone. It means so much to that person
Like,
to
I
make
haven't-
sure they keep.
committed mass murder in a long time.
Yeah.
None of us get out anymore. Let's be honest.
I mean, today's your chance in front of all these cameras. Here we go.
No.
That was really good.
I'll actually.
You
we're
have one
actually.
more?
We're,
Should we go?
Is it a
you
good
have
one?
one- You have the
Utkarsh's
last one,
last
don't you? Yeah.
What was it like for you to play the long game with Bordor, knowing from the beginning that he was an enemy in sheep herder's clothing? Nicely done there. Were there hints that you dropped that no one noticed? Starting off with a lightning bolt, first and foremost. And then, it was nerve-wracking. It was fucking terrifying the whole time. I hated it. I would never do it again.
Really?
No, I didn't like it at all.
You fucking nailed it.
I have to say, I really loved playing with you guys, and my natural inclination is to be sort of that border collie, like, let's do it, let's have fun, let's be jokey. And then knowing that if I went too far with anything, it would just be revealed. It was like, and then I'd go home and I'd tell my wife I just been lying to these people that I really like, and I feel really bad. My people pleasing got all fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't like it at all. Me personally, I would never do it again. Then I was like, I don't think I could do real acting. Like one of those, one of those Jeffrey Dahmer type roles. It's not for me. I think I'd get fucked up. It was very scary the whole time. And I thought when I melted the angel's brains, you guys would let me go and I could vitriolic sphere you guys and just fucking run away.
You thought we were gonna be like, why did you?
But you were
Melt his
so
brains.
you so
Well,
didn't
that's why
want to
I kissed
reveal
his
it.
forehead and went, enough. Because I thought, why would Bordor say that?
Yeah, but like I don't know, like you did such a good job throwing us off the scent constantly that I was like, oh, he's having a moment of like, well, I don't know, he's like leveling himself up. I don't know.
Part of that was just confusion.
The constant fear and the puking and the shitting and everything.
Yeah, that
was so
really-
endearing and like lovably.
First battle, I was like, you better lay right the fuck down. Show
Oh my
these people
God,
that you are
it made
not
me
a threat.
so happy.
Because you guys killed his friends. He literally was shunted right after watching you guys murder all of the
such
people
a great
he loved.
image too
It's
of them like
such a good
pulling
image.
two dead
people he knows.
colleagues,
Oh yeah, we said
compatriots
that
out
on
of
the
a
group text
hole.
that we read.
Dude,
Our installation
that's
was
right.
your dead friend.
Yeah, dude.
Oh
You're
my
just
God.
watching guys you maybe you knew from afar or maybe you worked with. We don't
Now
know.
I want to
Getting
watch
going.
it knowing.
And I'm
now,
not super
you know,
strong,
I know.
right? I'm not like high up in the Ruby Vanguard, but I know you guys are super powerful. So I don't know about you, but I can't
Well,
fuck
you
with
did
you.
try to kill me.
I can't. At the very end, when I realized,
Well, I'm even
you
thinking
and I were the closest.
it really is like we're gonna have to go back and watch it.
We're gonna have to go back and
because
watch
all the conversations. There was the time where like Laudna was so concerned about you judging us and the rest of us for living murderous adventurer lives.
Yeah.
And there was like the time where I was like,
The first
Are you
tip
judging
was
us?
when I didn't give a shit about the reindeer. I don't give a fuck about the reindeer.
Yeah,
Like,
that
you don't
should
have
have
to
been
go
a
get the
good
reindeer.
clue.
Yeah.
I don't know her.
Or when you
That should have
said
been a good clue too.
when you said I can
true.
stay up. I have really good hearing. I work with sheep.
Dude, that should have been a good one too.
That tracks. Yeah.
You know what?
To be
The
fair,
What's
that
a
was tough.
Cantrip is honestly the best fucking thing you could have done because like no one was gonna think you
So
were.
scary.
You know what I mean? Like
No.
no one was gonna think you were.
Every time I
trying-
looked at Liam, I was like, this guy knows. He's right through me.
So
No, I thought something weird was going on, but I'd never guessed Ruby Vanguard.
So
coming
scary.
well, now I have to betray the group myself because it is time for another pull from the Tower of
Vitriolic sphere.
I'll go. Fuck.
They really wanted to fall.
Oh,
I
no
don't
fear.
want it to fall.
Denise.
Oh, sorry. You can see
believe
my.
in you.
You can see
go,
my mic.
Denise.
Here
I
we
mean,
go.
I kind of, I mostly
Go
believe
for
in
the
you.
middle one. That's what I learned.
Amy, can you reach the top of that tower?
Oh, you.
No.
I can't.
Fly in an apple box. Sorry, that's
Fine.
the only joke I'm making.
All right.
Oh,
That's not the one.
no.
Bottom.
Espérate.
Ooh.
They are in there.
Sometimes it takes a little bit of
Not going anywhere.
flunking.
Yeah, we need some
Takes a what?
suspense music.
I know. Gotta.
Music is
This
very
music is
soft
way
for
too
this
hopeful.
moment.
Yeah, no.
Very hopeful.
It's all gonna work out.
This is menu selection in an RPG right now.
Yeah, it is.
Character creation.
Creator, exactly.
Amy's gonna die in character creation.
This is not good, you guys. What the fuck is this?
Just
I
put
think
on
you
your
should
safety
surrender
goggles.
to your fate and just kick it.
No, yeah, no, well.
Did that.
I mean, it's an
I want this one. I want.
I think
this
that's the only one.
one. But I don't know how to get it. It's really lodged.
Go Iowa.
Go the edge.
Go Hawkeyes. I'm not even fucking from Iowa and I'm wearing this shirt. Okay.
It's also, this can't be easy with nails.
No.
Sounds cool.
Wait, this is like wasting time here. Should I just
No,
Do
this is
commit.
great.
Do whatever you want to do.
Commit to something.
All right,
your
let me answer another question while I do this.
Suspense is, well, we're not going to be paying attention to the answer.
No,
that's
we're watching
true.
you.
It's
Oh,
coming.
that's coming.
It's coming.
Oh.
Oh,
Amy, you can do it.
holy shit.
Believe in you.
There she goes.
Wait, hold on.
Just be, yeah, now it's the hard part.
Straight.
I'm gonna keep pushing it from this side.
See,
That's
where the
the
nails
way to
come
do
in
it.
handy.
Hearing the nails, it sounds like
I know.
like,
Yeah,
like
like a
slowly
woodpecker?
removing
Yes.
a rock.
She's like a miner 500 feet down.
Whoa.
Oh.
Ding, ding.
Whoa.
No, you're fine. I don't
This
care.
is this is genuinely killing me right now.
This is horrifying.
This is not good.
You're committed now.
Yeah.
No, there's no going back.
Oh, I know. I'm just fortifying my. This is probably against the rules, but
I'm just terrified it's gonna fall on you.
Oh,
Is
it's
my only.
fine.
Just jump back.
can
just
move
back.
wood.
Wow.
In reasonable shoes.
I've been
can
to
be done.
Dominican hair salons. My scalp is used to anything. You guys, this is fun.
I believe in
All right. My fingers are not long enough.
you. It's the nails.
Good
man.
thing I'm wearing the nails though,
Yeah.
because they really wouldn't. It's a 2-finger
Are they-
hole. Don't mind me just
Wow, that-
fingering these blocks
That brings
using
back
a little nail.
Suddenly you need a dragon's claw.
The pulling is fucking me.
You can't pull, huh? It's almost
coming.
out.
I
It's
know.
very
It's
close.
coming.
There it is.
There is
Yep,
so much
yep.
innuendo floating around
There's
this
also-
I
house
know.
right now.
Has no one thought about the worst part of this?
Wait, you hush your mouth. Don't jinx me before it's done. Okay.
I know.
I know. I have to put it on top. I know.
Yep.
Got it. You got it.
Oh!
What?
Wait, that's just half the job.
Now-
Okay, but that half of the job was
48.
masterful.
Yeah.
Now you gotta.
Yeah, that's why I put it on the edge.
Yeah, no, you were very smart.
Oh!
I want to see it happen.
Do like can you airdrop it?
I'm scared that
You
I'm
could little-
scared about the
what little
airdrop.
knocks
Well,
to-
okay, so since I'm short, can I use this?
There's no. We're Airbud rules. It's not in the manual. Do it.
None of these rules are written down, girl. You do what you gotta do.
This is no
Oh
Space
my
Jam.
god.
This is
Yeah.
Calvin Ball.
There's nowhere it says you
Nothing
can't
that
have a
says
dog.
can't happen.
Ooh. Mein Gott.
Oh my God.
Jesus
Christ.
I know. It's just killing me.
You fucking badass.
You're good.
If this were me, we'd be dead by now.
Sweating like a fucking animal. Okay, here we go.
That's it.
Nails.
Yeah.
Dink,
Tap
dink,
it.
dink.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Incredible job.
This might be the most precarious
Yeah, we
tower.
need crazy.
Crazy.
Throw up. That was a lot.
Oh my God. I don't feel okay.
I think I have a new fetish.
Just Jenga edging.
Yikes.
Just get a microphone right in there.
Not yet, not yet, not yet.
That's some ASMR right there.
Get it all the way in. Ding, 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 ding.
Use the dragon.
All right, hit us.
All right, we're done.
From Hero, if you had to pick, what is your favorite city in Exandria and why?
What was the first part of that question?
If you
Favorite
had to
city.
pick, and because he's asking you, yes, you have to pick. What is your favorite city in Exandria and
What I
why?
built. I cheat.
Of course, it's kind of same for me. It's
Me too.
Pyra.
Pyra?
Same thing. Pyra.
Zephyr, you mean?
Yeah,
Zephra.
Pyro.
I also
Zephra.
built Pyra though too.
Okay.
But
Pyra and
Zephra.
Zephra. Mine too.
Whitestone, baby.
We have Whitestone.
Whitestone's
too.
also in the top
Whitestone.
three.
That's my
Whitestone's
hometown.
up there. For sure.
By road in Texas.
I mean,
Yes!
yeah, 100%.
You
the
gave,
one you built.
you and Abria
Yeah.
gave by Rodin its soul, and
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Absolutely.
I do love Rexentrum, but the answer is Zephyr.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pat.
Have to agree, it's
a
Zephyr.
bandwagon.
town.
Yeah.
Oh, good memories there.
Yes.
Close second.
Zephyr and Whitestone are it for me.
Yeah.
Who's picking the next block? The last one.
No way. There's another one?
Yeah.
Right? Did we do?
That was our third. You
Yep.
want me to do it?
I want you to do it.
Far
It's
out.
only fair.
No, poor Lee.
But you can't kick it like you
No,
did that time.
I'll come by the failure honestly.
Wait,
the last
yeah,
time I
that's right.
did this,
Yeah, you're
I,
the one who
I punched it.
you're the one who killed it last time.
Yeah.
Oh, now I feel a little bad.
I kind of
forgot
only have
about that.
one option here.
Yeah, you can only have one option.
What do you guys think is the one option?
It's the green.
Middle green.
Yep.
Is that one? Is
He's
that-
trying to tap. No nails, no tap.
Oh.
What is this method?
This is the
This is very
The whole
close to
thing
my
is like
method.
diagonal shifting. When now the guests use 2 fingers.
Yeah,
Do
I
get
used
to
to.
use
Yeah,
You're not allowed to use-
I don't. What was that?
That's
Did
not
you get
gonna
it?
help.
What did he do?
He gave it like the double ear.
Nope,
no, no,
nope, nope.
You know what? I think.
I mean, you guys, it's gonna fall.
I think it's
No.
the green up
You
top.
I
got
think it's the
it.
green up
You
top.
got
I think
it.
it's the green up top.
Oh yeah.
I
there
want
it
to
is.
believe it.
I don't know.
I
Little
I think
committed.
it's the
Oh,
green
the
up
one
top.
that's to the
Yeah,
left?
Yeah.
It's not a middle piece?
That's not a middle piece.
You
It's
need-
not a
you
middle
need
piece. You're
yeah.
right.
I
There's a
did not
green
even know
right
there was
at
so
eye
much
level.
strategy
I mean, it's
in
gonna come
Tango.
down, guys.
What about
Woodpecker. Nail tap.
Yeah. The
what about that
woodpecker.
green right in front of you?
No, that-
yeah.
that-
Little late
that's
The
now.
green on
just
the
as-
other side.
That's
But
just
there's
as
a green on this side.
No, there's a green
Yeah,
on
there's
this
green on
side.
my
I think
side.
it's that
This?
one.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. It's just as
I think it's
fucked. It's just as fucked.
Yeah. No, you're already.
It's a
well,
bad tower, guys.
It's a great tower. Oh sheesh.
No, it's coming down.
Watch
Danny,
your-
why don't you
No,
back
come
up?
on, come on.
Oh, I'm backed.
Oh God.
I want to see you make this work.
I do too.
Just pull it.
Just yeah. You may
Yeah,
have
just
to
yank
like
it.
the
You gotta
final
pull.
corner may be a Mr. Wizard.
Pull
but we'll
fast.
see.
Magic trick.
That'll
No,
definitely
it's
come
too-
down
The
to that.
flowers
tight
are
for
still
that.
standing.
Come on.
Oh my God.
Might work.
Oh,
It's not going yet. It wants to stay.
it does. Let it live, unlike Bordor.
Vitriol.
Just a nod.
I nod to the tower. I'm not trying to
Dude,
tell you
are
what
you
to do,
fucking
tower.
kidding me right now?
This is crazy.
Oh wow.
This shit falling off the side.
Oh,
Push it back.
Maybe
Push it
that's how
back.
it goes.
I don't think I'm supposed
Yeah,
to
I
push
did it.
back.
I mean, again, there's
At
no
this
rules.
point-
Yes, just tap
Yeah.
it.
But you might as well pull that one off the side then.
This is a
I
Chenga
know,
tower.
why not do this? Why not do
Dude.
it?
Headbutt me. You leaned into it.
29.
29.
Oh, that was good.
Oh my gosh.
And I have to get a consequence.
I was gonna say, I feel bad that we've doubled you now. All right.
Trash with a name on Instagram wants to know what 3 objects would your character choose to have if they became trapped on an island alone? Go to the consequences box while they answer.
Wow.
But he can also
he really
answer.
would.
He can
He'd
answer
be like,
consequences.
Please put me on an island by myself for days.
I'll say my handy rock chisel that I have in my hair.
Oh yeah, that's so rad.
That's great.
I've never seen you use that.
A little bit. Yeah, it's mainly just accessory.
So good.
Ooh.
Is this stuff we have access to, or just using our imaginations?
I mean, what it says, what 3 objects would
Okay,
your character
alright.
choose?
The red ribbon and pate.
No.
That's it. I'll
pate
I
is
got
the
that
best.
pate.
As a wizard, I'd probably have to like.
This looks bad.
Don't you worry about it.
Don't you worry about thing.
I pick
to do
people.
it
I pick his mom, dad, brother. Easy.
Oh.
Is it items?
They are objects of my affection.
Have you taxidermied your family?
Yes.
And turned them into
Yeah,
objects?
that's how we make this work.
Yeah.
Wait, what are you saying as a wizard?
Oh, as a wizard, maybe I would probably look into whatever spell components were needed for some sort of like creation, fabrication type spell, so
Yeah.
that I could be self-replicating the spells
she
to
would.
then
That's pretty brilliant.
create whatever I needed.
It's like,
like
asking a
survival.
genie for unlimited wishes with
Yeah.
your one wish.
Yeah.
I'd probably try.
Loophole.
Yeah.
I'd probably try to loophole it.
Denise would be thrilled. I think if she couldn't have Dariex, because it's not an object, she would bring the tuft of hair. She would bring like her cooking tools, because she needs to eat. And I think she would bring like a a bathing suit.
Yes. Yeah, this like is
I'm
Denise's
here
dream.
by myself, but no way am I going in the bath.
No way.
Yeah, likewise, I would bring Caleb's components for the tower, because that is a tower full of spectral cats that would feed me and entertain me, and there's a library in there.
Yeah, exactly right.
Everything.
Don't need
Brings notebooks.
Don't need the bathing suit. We've seen that Caleb swims naked. What else? I guess I'd bring the beacon with me to space out with. And what else? A teleprompter, so I'd always know what to say.
That's fair. I was just going, Ashton would take any collection of booze, music, and book.
And your hole.
Love it.
Yeah, and the hole. Fill the hole with
Fill the hole with shit. Take
booze,
the
music, and book.
See, that's a loophole.
A
That's
teleportation scroll would be pretty great.
Or like, yeah.
No one thought of that. We're like,
I did, but I thought it was cheating.
This is such a great band name. I'm going to say thank you, Hero and Trash, so for those great questions.
Hero and Trash.
Remember, if you have a spoonful of sugary sweet evergreen quandaries for our tart and tangy tower of inquiry,
Wow.
you can pump up those juicy jams at critroll.com/tower.
Pump up the jam.
Brought to you by WizKids.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, why not?
That
That one's for free.
That's a freebie. We're going to take a quick break, but don't go too far, because when we come back, we'll be playing One Night Werewolf while we answer some leftover tankard questions. Maybe, if there are any left. And Utkarsh, you're also going to be taking off, so this is your final. Do you want to say anything to everybody before you go venture out into the world?
What's a cantrip?
Yeah.
Why that
you,
just became my
What indeed? What indeed?
the one and only.
We'll be back.
UTK.
Hey critters, Laura Bailey here to guide you through what's new in the Critical Role shop. Style should never be a dumpster, darling.
Goodness, it's overpowering.
It's the little things in life.
It's so cute. I can't handle it.
Darling, I recommend buying two. One for you and another for you. Let's be honest.
Could anything be more perfect? Ooh, look at this. Look at the details. Ooh.
And hey, if you want, you could head over to the Critical Role shop right now.
A lonely road lies ahead for those whose minds have been cracked asunder. Echoes of past deeds swirl and bubble to the surface, seeking to fracture the grail of our existence. A wary investigator must stay headstrong and resolved, for this treacherous path may falter judgment if not careful. A voracious hunger stalks the shadow-filled streets, feeding on the impulses of both ne'er-do-wells and those of the strongest moral fiber. Candela and their circles often serve as the last line of defense, putting themselves in harm's way to contain, comprehend, and contend with the horrors that lie in wait. The Circle of the Vassal in the Veil. Assignment number 442. Ravage of Red Lamp.
We're the narrators of Midst.
What's Midst? It's very simple. It's a weird, surrealist, fourth-wall-breaking, reality-bending science fantasy space western about a small doomed planet floating in a cosmic ocean of spooky darkness.
Upon whose alien landscape an ensemble cast of characters, including a crotchety outlaw, a freakishly virtuous cultist, and a weird, diabolical bastard, make awful decisions and fight like hell to survive when the moon falls out of the sky and a large number of terrible things happen in rapid succession. It's exciting, it's funny, it's scary.
It's got neat sound, weird music, amazing visuals, and every episode comes with bonus content you can read and examine.
Midst is performed solely by yours truly, as the three of us narrate all the action, play all of the characters, and bend a lot of the rules about how telling stories is normally supposed to work.
Midst is pretty fun, very strange, and it feels like VR for your brain.
We believe you'll enjoy it, or maybe you won't, but there's really only one way to find out. You're gonna have to listen to Midst.
We now go live to a special address from the President.
Hey, dweebs! Now as your president, I've been kind of killing it lately. I gave global warming an atomic wedgie, I balanced the budget by selling my paw collection, and I saved the Queen of England from that octopus. But my kick-assery is far from done. According to this chart that I made, an estimated 35% of you are still a bunch of nasty goobers. But don't worry, I have a plan. Operation Gag Me with a Spoon. It's easy sleazy. According to this study that I wrote, if every citizen subscribed to Critical Role on Twitch, we could reduce maximum goobage by a metric buttload. Twitch is the only place. Well, you'll get a live and moderated chat, and if you subscribe to Critical Role, you instantly get access to all their shows as soon as the live broadcast ends. So, while you're oogling these Critical Role dorks with their sick goof-em-ups and their nutty voices, think of me, Gale, the current president of whatever. Now I gotta go make a fresh batch of spitballs, but I guess I have some time for your boring questions. You!
Gale, is it true that if you subscribe to Critical Role through Prime Gaming, you have to resubscribe every month?
Yeah. I do it right after my monthly prank call to Peon O'Brien. Next question.
Does Critical Role have exclusive emotes for their subscribers?
Do we? Of course they do. I like the Hello Bees one because bees are cool. I replaced my whole security detail with a bunch of bees that think I'm their queen. Last question.
Yeah, with all due respect, is Operation Gag Me with a Spoon a real policy, or are you mad goofing?
Am I mad goofing? What, do you see me scarfing milk duds while doodling ding-dongs on the Sky Mall catalog? Listen, I know I'm new to this, and I admit that when I made the wish to be the boss of everything, I did not know the witch that works at Woolworths was listening. But Faustian bargain or not, I am the president now, and I have an obligation to lead this country. So to answer your question, no, I am not mad goofing. Security, take him out! Later, Chudruckers!
Welcome back to Four-Sided Dive. Between Team Wildmount and Team Issylra, I can never say that right, we've had old flames reignited, shifty paranoid villages, sudden betrayals, and possible robot werewolves.
Yeah.
Hot and weird. So in honor of all that nonsense, and because we have so many folks here, we're playing One Night Werewolf.
Yay.
Each player takes on the role of a villager, a werewolf, or some other colorful townsfolk archetype, and it's up to us, my God, to figure out who amongst us howls at the moon and who is just a troublemaker.
Awoo.
Mm-hmm.
Awoo, awoo.
Awoo. Awoo. Wolf like me. So, let's get started. Danny will be our narrator for this.
Hey, I'm Danny.
This is Danny.
Hi. I was over in the corner earlier. It was great. All right.
Welcome to
Okay.
the table.
So we also have to shuffle and send out the cards. We've already shuffled.
I did shuffle,
You
so
did a
it
good
just
job.
depends on if you trust me or not.
I trust
the
you.
deck.
I really
That's
don't.
great.
Okay. So I'm just gonna do this.
Are you going to narrate this like Peter and the Wolf?
No. Okay. Everybody look at your card.
Oh,
okay.
right. I keep jumping ahead.
I'm not
and closing
looking
my
at
eyes.
Close your eyes, look at your card.
Okay.
All right. So,
I said everybody look at your card, not close your eyes. Okay. So now, everyone, close your eyes. And I'm doing this so I don't see anybody.
All right, do I put my card back down?
Yes.
We're
Yeah.
all sitting down here.
Okay,
Everyone
we're
needs
supposed to point out
Wait, but
cards
before-
Everyone
the middle,
on the
right?
couch needs to wiggle
Yes.
their butt every time.
Every
something
time. Let's
happens.
just do that motion.
Oh, you
so
just to hide
everyone-
it?
yeah, just to hide it.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that I've heard
wiggle
is
your
that you
jelly.
like smack your knees.
Well,
Yeah. But anyway, just wiggle around. It's
Okay.
fine. Okay, everybody, close your eyes.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
Werewolves, wake up and look for other werewolves. Werewolves, close your eyes. Seer, wake up. You may look at another player's card or two of the center cards.
Actually, no one touched the table, I think. Well, that's not just the edge so that you don't accidentally.
We're just edging.
Hey.
Seer, close your eyes. Robber, wake up. You may exchange your card with another player's card and then view your new card.
okay, everybody moved, just a little bit.
Okay, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Wiggle,
Wiggle.
Wiggles.
The game doesn't work if you don't wiggle.
Robber, close your eyes. Troublemaker, wake up. You may exchange cards between two other players. Wiggle, 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 noise, noise, noise. Wiggle,
There's so
wiggle,
many
noise.
roles in this ensemble.
There's a lot going on.
like I understand how this
This is
game.
like the worst summer stock we've ever seen.
Nice try,
Troublemaker.
werewolf.
Close your eyes. All right, as the
Oh,
announcer.
it sticks out regional
keeping
diet.
my eyes closed. Oh God.
It's a non-union
Moves
production.
the
We're bringing
cards
it back
around
to Long Island.
slightly.
Welcome to Long Island. We've got a
ensures
streak of
no one can
werewolves.
claim the card was moved / inspected.
Long Island is ripe with werewolves.
Liam plays a
wake
werewolf
up.
on Tuesdays.
Wait, we're waking up. Hold on.
Are we waking up?
We're waking up.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's shine a light and find the cockroaches.
Okay, let's
I'm pretty sure that there's werewolves in our town. I have no evidence to support this, but there's werewolves, you guys.
I'll tell you
All
who's
right,
not in
all
our
right.
town.
A robber.
A tanner.
There's no tan.
We
No
don't have a
tanners here.
tanner because not a thing of mine has been tanned.
Not a full
Look
house.
at me, I'm pasting white.
Look at me. If we had a tanner, I'd be looking better.
You
But what about the werewolves?
Yeah.
But there's werewolves, though. I feel like someone's gonna die if we don't find the werewolf.
You know what we don't have?
Okay.
We look. The reason why we don't have a tan
right.
Yeah, I don't know why.
because of werewolf. Exactly.
Maybe
Yeah,
the
maybe
tanner
the-
is the werewolf.
Maybe the tanner is the
We got a
werewolf.
werewolf.
I am roasting. How are you not dying in
I
that
am-
sweatshirt?
I'm sweating so much, but I'm not wearing the proper bra to take off this.
You're wearing
hoodie.
a sweatshirt and a hat. Can we get Marisha some goggles and a scarf?
So I am like,
I think
I'm
that
soggy under here,
both
but
of
that's-
you are werewolves because you
Why?
are not paying attention
I think
to
you
the
are
fact
werewolf.
that
Ah,
we're
woo.
looking for a
Yeah.
werewolf.
You know,
would.
this game would be a little bit better if
You
we could just
show me your
monologue
teeth.
a little bit
Show
and
me
like
your
try to
teeth.
lie.
Sure.
You know?
Look at that.
I'll say.
Why are you not a
wanna
werewolf?
bite
Let's
me?
do that.
Do you want
Let's
to
go around saying why we're not a werewolf.
Why? Yeah. Why are you
Okay.
not a werewolf?
I am not a werewolf, and the reason why I'm not interested in this words is because I think this is a witch hunt. I think this is a waste of our time. I think there are real problems in our town that we need to solve, like bridge infrastructure.
She's not a werewolf, but she's a politician.
Exactly. She's a
We kill her anyway.
We need universal health care.
Lousy with politicians.
But no, genuinely,
You
I am
played
not a
yourself.
werewolf.
Yeah.
I
Why
am
are
more
you not a
concerned about real issues in this town.
Spoken like a werewolf.
Yes.
I'm not a werewolf because my children are reading books in school that I don't agree with.
Oh, no.
Oh,
no.
That
All right.
Oprah Winfrey wrote that poem.
Killing
and
Aimee.
And I just know I'm not a werewolf because I don't believe in evil things. I mean, I do believe in the evil things, but I believe that God is bigger than werewolves. Bye.
I really got away from you.
All right, so
Okay.
we've killed Aimee.
I'm not a werewolf because I just went through a really public divorce, right? You all remember the very public divorce, and I handled it with a poise that, I mean, a werewolf would have gone nuts.
I don't know though. What happened to your wife? What happened to your wife?
I haven't seen Trudy around
Yeah,
in a while.
exactly.
I haven't seen, she's not at this meeting. Do you see a Trudy here?
Where's Trudy? Where's Shelly, Miss
Where's Shelly? Where is Shelly?
Oh my gosh!
Where's Shelly, David?
I'm sweating. I gotta go. I gotta go.
This game is off the rails.
I get into a convertible and I peel out of
Wow.
You haven't said anything. You're a werewolf.
You know, I'm honestly, I wouldn't blame any of you if you thought I was a werewolf. I've been going through some shit. I mean, it's been hard. It's been a hard year, and I admit, maybe I vanish. I'm hard to get a hold of, but more than once a month. It's more often than once a month. I'm hard to get a hold of at least 5 or 6 times a month. I'm aware of that. And sure, I'm eating a lot of protein right now, but I'm trying to I've been having some health issues. I'm trying to work out more. I just think that all of this is purely circumstantial, and I don't like the way any of you are looking at me.
Yeah, that sounds like a werewolf.
Sounds like a werewolf.
That sounds like a werewolf.
I don't know. It just sounds like he had a stomach virus.
Thank
and now
you.
he's trying to recover.
Yeah, why
It's
don't you
been
ask
bad.
Oh,
Jesus?
that's a good
I'm
call.
dead. Jesus.
Wait.
I'm just gonna pray about it.
Haven't we done this already? I feel like I'm living in a loop here. Like I'm just going through the same day over and over again. I don't know why.
Because you're a werewolf.
I don't understand how this game even works.
Werewolf.
You're committing to the bit kind of hard.
It's
These are
true.
both werewolves.
I've got stuff going on.
I'll call these two.
Yeah.
I'll call these two.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think David Miscavige over here is feeling real.
We are
Miscavige.
Listen to me. Regardless of who the werewolf is, we are throwing that name around too much. We are not going to make it out of the studio if you keep throwing that name around. You gotta stop. I don't have the Thetan levels for this, you guys. You gotta ease back.
High enough level.
Getting too
Can you
real.
go clear? I don't think so.
God. I don't know. This one, I feel like these two over here.
I haven't been able to see.
They do look like
No, okay,
they're
this one.
conspiring.
A little.
What could be suspicious?
I don't know. Wait, are you a tanner? Because you're trying to die. She might be the
lot.
Maybe the tanner.
I'm suspicious of all of you.
She went through
That's
that rough
fair. We're
divorce.
very suspicious people.
You know.
I nominate Liam.
I feel good about that one.
All right, everyone.
Why are you hissing?
All right,
To werewolves.
everyone. 3, 2, 1, vote. Just point.
Wait.
For me.
No,
Three for you.
Three for you.
Me, but 3 for you.
Oh, you both dead.
We both
Wait,
died.
Are you? Oh my God.
Are we ready?
Finally, I'm done with this shit.
Honestly, I died.
Are you the tanner?
Yeah.
All of us? One.
Yeah. Oh, put it up. Put it up.
Seer, the robber.
I was on the robber.
werewolf the whole time.
The whole time.
Oh, shit.
I was a seer. Someone switched ours.
Yeah.
You switched it.
Oh my.
Troublemaker, the robber.
Wow.
I used to be a robber, but I had a career change.
Oh, that's. I love it.
Oh, this goes that way.
I thought we were supposed to be asking
Man.
questions about the.
Said the two of you, but I could
no,
only
that
make
we did
one
that.
vote.
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah.
We did that.
That was great.
I also know how
like
to
the
throw you off.
addition of
so-
the monologue. I like the addition of the monologue. I think that's a good addition.
Yeah, that's good.
Do we?
So do we go home or?
Werewolves won that round.
Werewolves won.
All right, one more.
Let's do one more round of this. One more round because I feel like we've got the.
We gotta do it again, but this
we
time
got our
Miami.
sea legs.
Yeah, I was gonna say Newtown.
Yeah, Newtown.
Sticking to my guns. I'm right
Welcome
back
to
into the
Miami.
loop.
Vamos a Miami, por favor.
I can't do it.
I
just can't do it.
Yeah,
I
You can
can't.
do it.
I'm stuck.
I'm gonna listen to you for a little bit.
You could do a Jewish Miami accent.
We have a lovely Jewish.
I chose very.
Oh,
I
do
don't
you
know what that means. I
I was gonna say, can you do that?
Pressure.
I feel like you might do that if you actually grew up in Los Angeles.
Or like
I feel like the cameras are getting all the way down my shirt right now.
Amazing.
Enjoy that, audience.
I love that.
Oh, here we go.
Do that.
Yeah.
Okay, is it now?
No, we're just shuffling.
Oh, right.
And then everybody
Right. I keep closing my eyes.
Maybe let's go to Iowa.
Oh,
That is
that,
on your
oh,
shirt.
that hat.
That hat. Oh, that hat.
Who's got the red? Where's the red? Who's got the red? Where's the red?
I don't know.
Find the lady. Find the lady.
All right.
All right.
Find the cockroach.
Also, I have a card, so I have to also explain why I'm not a bad person.
I know you didn't say anything.
I didn't say jack shit. Which is fine.
I was wondering.
Y'all just
Okay.
skipped me. That was fine.
That was clever.
We don't like
Good tactic.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
Hey.
I don't like it.
I like it.
All right. So now we look, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Great.
Oh, put it down.
Forgot.
All right.
I know we're supposed to change, but hearing you make those noises is dragging me right back.
Close your eyes.
Everyone, close your eyes. Werewolf.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Wake up and look for other werewolves.
I can hear your eyelids.
Those are some dry eyes.
Werewolves, close your eyes. Seer, wake up. You may look at another player's card or two of the center cards.
Oh, you're gonna look at her card, huh?
Am I the only one fucking moving?
No, I'm moving.
I'm moving.
Seer, close your eyes. Robber, wake up. You may exchange your card with another player's card and then view your new card. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Noise and wiggling.
So.
Robber, close your eyes. Troublemaker, wake up. You may exchange cards between two other players.
Who the fuck? Who the fuck?
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Trouble, Mike.
Oh, you gotta turn your troublemaker.
This is like being in Clue the movie.
Troublemaker, close your eyes.
Who done it?
All right, the announcer, keeping my eyes closed, which is not helpful because I still have to look at the thing and I can't see stuff.
Really good job throwing your voice, Danny Carr.
I'm a ventriloquist. I don't know if you guys know that. Everyone, wake up. That was a lot of energy I just expended. I'm very tired.
Sweating.
So hot.
I'm the robber.
Fuck.
So hot. You're the robber?
Okay.
Only the robber wouldn't
Let's start.
say
Let's
no.
start with Danny's monologue.
Yeah, we skipped your monologue.
Oh, yeah.
Why aren't you the werewolf?
I am not a werewolf because I'm the fucking announcer. How can I be a werewolf and the announcer at the same time? That would be really difficult.
I don't know. She looked up
I
at the
am the
ceiling while
town
she said she
crier.
wasn't. She didn't make.
That's some like that's like some
crier.
M.
How
Night
can I be a
Shyamalan
werewolf?
bullshit right there.
The town crier seems like the perfect career. Yes.
Superman,
Look at
Clark
that.
Kent,
Wondering
town crier,
all the howling I
werewolf.
can do.
We're in agreement that Danny's the werewolf.
I kind of think Danny's the
We're just gonna end it
werewolf.
already.
To be fair, Danny's the only one who's spoken.
I feel like we got two werewolves.
Right? They
I
never
feel
know how
like
long
Emily
it's
needs
gonna
to
go.
make a monologue.
Right
Now
up.
it's Emily's turn.
Oh God. Okay, fine.
you
I
got?
found Trudy. Okay.
You're in a new town and
I
you found Trudy.
Hi, I'm not from this town. I just came here because my ex-wife Trudy is here with her new lover. I'm trying to make amends. I'm trying to make a date of the very first place we ever went. It's not going
I
well.
feel like you're working too hard to get Trudy
It's a
back.
long walk.
Anyways, I just want to say, of course, it's not me.
Fun
I don't
fact,
trust any of that.
Emily
Working
hisses
too
after
hard.
every sentence, regardless of what's going on. This is just like an affectation.
She did it last time when she thought she was the seer.
Truly speaking here, I can confirm that, my husband over here, Daryl, he may seem like a weird and awkward guy, and that's just because he is. Has nothing to do with the fact that, he's a werewolf. Just a fucking weirdo, which is why you followed me to a whole ass
glowing.
town.
Trudy, you're fucking glowing. You're glowing.
I moved
I've never
across
loved
the
you more.
country
I've never loved you more.
to get away
Trudy.
from you, Daryl.
Or was it to spread your werewolf curse across the country?
You know what? Trudy might be into that.
All right,
Come on,
Trudy.
Trudy.
You've never been more beautiful. Trudy, answer my calls. Trudy.
I'm here to.
Werewolf wants to speak.
I'm here to defend Trudy's innocence. I'm the man. She left you for Daryl. And look, I can't breathe from my nose, but I can breathe from my mouth. And let me tell you, that Trudy's the best thing that ever happened to this town.
Yeah.
And she
She's
should not be
everywhere
a
she
bingo
goes.
werewolf. She
You
should not
sound
be
like
a
the
bingo
Christmas elf in
werewolf.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
You don't know my life. You leave Rudolph
Daryl,
alone.
I came here because I wanted to let you know
Says
that I
I'm
love you.
cute.
And it's been me the whole time that you should have been with. And I'm just saying, Trudy has never deserved you. All right? Okay.
Wow,
Trudy
there's
has
so
never
many people
deserved
here
you.
that love
I just have to say both, how dare you break my daughter's heart with all of this. Sure, this has been unacceptable. We never liked Daryl for the start.
Dad?
I knew this was coming. I said it was coming.
Put the
How
shotgun
dare you?
down, Dad.
How dare you?
You never meant it when you said, I'm proud to be your father-in-law. You never once meant it. I
No.
didn't buy
My
it.
father would have
Not
meant
once.
it, Daryl. My father would have meant it. Wouldn't he, Dad? Wouldn't you, Dad?
I've been counting the fucking days.
And you, Vicky, how dare you? How dare you fucking betray me?
How dare you
I'm not
break
gonna
the
hit
only
a
person I've
lady.
ever loved hot?
Yes, Trudy, I love it when your head retreats back into your
believe
neck.
this.
That is you to
This
me.
is why you
You're
can't find a good man
glowing.
right there.
I'm a good man
Glowing.
right here. Where's my dad? Why did my dad come and do something for
I
me?
can't believe that I came all the way here to tell you how I really feel.
Where's my dad?
And this is what's happening.
Son.
And what's your deal?
This is the fucking problem with actors. They're just supposed to be playing a fucking card game and they're trying to turn it into a Scorsese film.
Okay.
Get me out of
Liam,
this fucking loop.
I don't identify as an actor.
Are you sure?
Just a piece of shit. Trash with a name. What was that?
Yeah,
Trash with a name. Hero
Okay,
trash.
so I'm gonna accuse myself.
You're a tatter. Knew it the whole time.
I think it's Vicky.
How dare you? I think it's this guy who was
Wait, you
quiet
never
the
did your
whole
homework.
time.
He was awful
Yeah.
meta. It did. It was just a very meta. It was a meta
That's
dialogue.
true. He was way more.
It was. I feel like
Look at
there's
this.
too much
Place your
happening.
fucking
I
bets,
don't
guys.
trust anything about you. I don't trust anything about
All right.
Don't keep your finger out of my
This
fucking
one's the-
ex-wife's face.
This
you
one's
fucking
the
glowing.
cockroach.
I've never
you. Everyone vote. 1, 2, 3,
Son.
vote.
She says I'm cute.
Oh, that's not
Oh shit.
Wait, so we have
We have another
two.
three. So 3
and
to
2.
No,
Two to
3
you,
to
3 to me.
Liam.
So it's
And-
just me. I'm the one
Yeah,
with the
yeah,
most
you're
votes.
out.
You.
I'm the one
Bye.
with the most votes. That just figured. Should I show?
Yeah. The villain.
Hey yo!
I knew it.
Fucking knew it.
You cheating.
It's always the one thing you don't know about me. One thing you don't even think
Oh,
that's
you
where we were
Hey.
Love us the whole time.
Hey,
Yes.
hey, 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 kids,
Wanted your
kids,
money.
kids,
Vicky.
kids,
With Bonnie
kids.
Clyde.
My God, kids. That's all the time we have on this here Six-Sided Dive community theater black box production of Our Town on Acid.
Can you smell the bacon?
I have to interject.
Performed by improvers.
I have to interject.
Okay.
Because there's no other time to bring the audience in on this. My consequence was that when we played this game, I had to do a Natasha Lyonne impression the whole time with no explanation. And it somehow infected the entire game.
To Liam, Marisha, Taliesin, Emily, Aimee, Utkarsh, and Natasha Lyonne, and of course, scorekeeper Danny Carr.
It was a contagious consequence.
And of course, thank you to our caption team. I'm sorry of what I've been doing to the words you put on screen. We love you, and we're so sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyway, I guess we have to. I have to clean up for everybody else. I was really hoping I got to pick somebody.
Nope.
It's over.
So yeah, that's
get to work, Jaffe.
Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Amy.
Oh, thank you for having us.
Fucking pleasure.
No thanks to our dead guests. They get nothing.
Who did this? This is
Where
so gross.
critters, you get on that. They'll find
This
her.
is sticky.
Friends around the table, time to celebrate. It's a party, hit the lights, here we go. Waste the night away with a little escape. It's a chance to lose control.